The opportunity to represent your country is reserved for an exclusive group. In harness racing, the chance for a driver to wear the red and white is decided by one event, the National Driving Championship. Today, 8 drivers from coast to coast are set to battle it out to determine a 2024 champion and who will head to the 2025 Worlds.
Again, good luck to Red and David as they compete in Quebec on July the 5th.
Canadian harness racing sets its eyes on Hippodrome Trois-Rivières as Standardbred Canada proudly presents the National Driving Championship.
Happy Friday, everybody, and you are looking at the beautiful Hippodrome Trois-Rivières in Trois-Rivières, Quebec, the host of the 2024 National Driving Championship. It's a fantastic Friday afternoon here in Quebec as we are getting set for what's going to be a fantastic day of live racing. And today's racing is unlike any other day of racing. It is that opportunity to punch your ticket to the World Driving Championship, to wear the red and white to represent Canada. My name is Mark McKelvey, and it's my pleasure to be here to be your host for the 2024 National Driving Championship. We kicked things off last night with our welcome dinner, and if you tuned in to our driver showcase, we caught up with the 8 drivers that are participating in this year's National Driving Championship, and everybody was in a fun and a joking mood last night, but today, game faces, it's all serious as they will try to come out on top. We'll see who can outduel each other to get that spot in the World Driving Championship coming up next year in New Zealand by winning the 2024 Nationals here in Trois-Rivières. Trois-Rivières has been a fantastic host. I can't say enough about the hospitality here at the Hippodrome. They've done a fantastic job. And a little bit earlier today, we had the official opening ceremonies for the National Driving Championship. So let's not waste any time. Let's take you back to what happened out on the track, the pomp and circumstance that was the opening ceremonies just a little while ago.
L'alignement partant pour le national d'aujourd'hui, the starting line-up for the national. Venant de l'Ontario, Standardbred. Passe maintenant la parole à M. Mark McKelvey, qui fera des commentaires en anglais, et M. Daniel Delille en français. On parle de Tyler.
Thank you very much. Yes, Tyler Borth from Ingersoll, Ontario, is a 31-year-old driver who has 1,902 career victories and earnings of over $13 million. Last year, he won 414 races, and he finished first in the Ontario Regional.
Un, deux, ah voilà, ça va aller beaucoup mieux. Alors, 31 ans de Ingersoll, Ontario, il est le plus jeune participant de ce tournoi. Il a gagné le régional de l'Ontario avec 71 points devant James McDonald. 2023 a été son année d'éclosion avec plus de 4,3 millions de gains en bourse et 414 victoires.
Mesdames, Mesdemoiselles, Messieurs, représentant l'Ontario, Standardbred. Le champion incontesté au Canada, d'Ontario, James McDonald.
James McDonald is the Canadian driving champion, at least when it comes to the O'Brien Awards. The last 3 years, he has been Canada's top driver, and he's also a past world driving champion, having won the title back in 2017 right here on home soil. A career winner of over 3,700 races and $67 million in earnings. He is the leading driver at Woodbine Mohawk Park. James finished second in the Ontario Regional.
38 ans de Guelph, Ontario, il a été le conducteur par excellence au pays en 2023. Cette année, il a déjà gagné le Fan and Over, la Mohawk Cup. Il a terminé 2e au régional avec 59 points. Il a déjà compétitionné à Hippodrome 3R dans le cadre du tournoi international de 2017 et il avait connu du succès.
De l'Ontario, James McDonald. Représentant l'Ouest maintenant, Phil Gisbres.
Phil Giesbrecht was the West Regional winner, punching his ticket to the 2024 National Driving Championship. The 35-year-old driver of Fort Saskatchewan, Alberta, has 1,256 career wins, including a career-high 120 wins in 2023 and earning $1.1 million.
35 ans de Fort Saskatchewan en Alberta, il a gagné le tournoi de l'Ouest avec 62 points, un de mieux que Mike Hennessy. En 2023, il a gagné 120 courses pour des gains de plus de 1,1 million. Et, fait intéressant, il a des racines françaises et peut dire quelques mots en français.
From Alberta, voici Phil Gilbreth. Également de l'Ouest, mesdames, mesdemoiselles, messieurs, Mike Hennessy.
Mike Hennessy of Lacombe, Alberta, finished second in the West Regional, just 1 point back of Phil Giesbrecht. Last year in 2023, he had a career-best season with 152 wins, $1.1 million earnings, and a 325 UDRS. 41-year-old driver Mike Hennessy representing the West.
41 ans de Lacombe en Alberta, il a terminé à un tout petit point de Giesbrecht au Régional de l'Ouest. Ce sera pour lui une première visite au Québec. En 2023, il a gagné 152 courses pour des gains de 1,1 million avec une moyenne UDRS de 325.
Alberta, mesdames, mesdemoiselles, messieurs, Mike Hennessy. Des Maritimes maintenant, Redmond Doucette.
42-year-old driver Redmond Doucette of Inverness, Nova Scotia, finished first in the Maritime Regional. He is a career winner of 932 races with over $1.3 million in earnings and an impressive 367 UDRS.
42 ans de Inverness, Nouvelle-Écosse. Il a gagné le régional des Maritimes avec 62 points. En 2020, il a été le meilleur conducteur au pays avec une moyenne UDRS de 459. En carrière, il se dirige lentement mais sûrement vers les 1000 victoires.
De Inverness aux Maritimes, Redmond Doucette. De Nova Scotia, voici David Dowling.
Finishing second in the Maritime Regional, 48-year-old David Dowling had a career-best 2023 season when he visited the winner's circle 165 times. That is part of a 1,857 career victories for Dowling of Springvale, PEI.
48 ans de Springvale, Île-du-Prince-Édouard. Il a gagné 165 courses en 2023 en maintenant une moyenne de 349, qui est aussi remarquable. En carrière, il a participé à plus de 10 000 courses, ce qui en fait un jeune et talentueux vétéran.
Des Maritimes, Double D, David Dowling. De l'Assomption, Québec, Stéphane Brosseau.
Finishing first in the Quebec Eastern Ontario Regional was 54-year-old Stéphane Brosseau. He is the career winner of 3,838 races and has driven the winners of more than $23 million. First in the Quebec Regional, Stéphane Brosseau.
54 ans de l'Assomption Québec, Stéphane sera le doyen, un jeune doyen cependant, des participants. Lui aussi a maintenu une moyenne supérieure à 300 en 2023 avec 110 victoires. En carrière, c'est plus de 23 millions qu'il a accumulé en gains monétaires. Il arrive dans le tournoi sur une lancée victorieuse.
Représentant le Québec, Hippodrome Trois-Rivières, Steph Bro. Et de Québec, Ontario, Rob Shepherd.
Robert Shepherd finished second in the Quebec Eastern Ontario Regional. The 44-year-old driver of Mirabel, Quebec, has over 4,100 career victories and has driven the winners of $29 million. Last year, Robert Shepherd visited the winner's circle an impressive 154 times.
44 ans de Mirabel au Québec et natif des Maritimes. Il a terminé second au régional derrière Stéphane Brosseau. Il fait désormais partie du Big Three à Hippodrome 3R. C'est à plus de 30 000 courses qu'il a participé en carrière et il approche les 30 millions en gains.
du Québec, mesdames, mesdemoiselles, messieurs, de l'Hippodrome Trois-Rivières, Robert Shepherd. Alors, c'est l'alignement partant de starting line-up for this tournament. Mesdames, mesdemoiselles, messieurs, si vous voulez maintenant vous lever pour l'hymne national du Canada, ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem. J'inviterai Marie-Claude.
All right, so that was the opening ceremonies that took place about an hour ago here at the Hippodrome, and the crowd has continued to file in. It's a healthy crowd and continuing to grow as we're just past 4 p.m. Eastern time here in Trois-Rivières. There's one other member of our broadcast team that we would like to bring in. It's a pleasure to work with for the very first time, Jean Laroche. Let's send things over to Jean in the paddock.
Thanks a lot, Mark. Here, fly from the paddock. Jean Laroche with you for an incredible evening here. The challenge of the drivers, Canadian. The excitement is unbelievable. The track is in perfect condition, and the weather, there's big sun. Everybody is happy here. All the drivers, you see the face a little bit nervous because it's a great challenge today. I will be your eyes, I will be your ears all the day. I will meet the drivers after the race, before the race, just to get the reaction. Je serai avec vous, les gens, pour cette journée extraordinaire d'âme nature et de la partie, et je pense qu'on aura toute une journée de course, et je serai avec vous immédiatement après la première course. I will be right back with you shortly after the first race. Thanks a lot, Mark.
Well, thank you very much, Jean, and it's going to be a real fun afternoon. Jean will be over in the paddock, as you mentioned, catching up with all the drivers and getting an opportunity to go behind the scenes, find out what the vibe is over in the paddock during this competition. And this competition, it's about to get underway. The first race on this 9-race program is in the books. Now races 2 through 9 are all part of the National Driving Championship. All 8 drivers scheduled to be in all 8 competition races. We'll give you a breakdown of the points as we go along. We'll track it and we'll see who comes out on top. But throughout the course of the afternoon, we're going to have several special guests that are going to join me here on the desk. And we're going to kick things off on the other side of the break by bringing in the president and CEO of Standardbred Canada, Daryl Kaplan. That's coming up next. You're watching the 2024 National Driving Championship.
Love horse racing? HPIBet.com is Canada's leader in online horse betting. Access thousands of live races from hundreds of tracks worldwide instantly. Enjoy the most advanced betting tools like AI Smart Picks and exclusive cashback rewards you won't get anywhere else. Join today and get up to $100 in free bets. Get the ultimate horse betting experience with HPIBet.com.
The London Classic Yearling Sale, Canada's premier standardbred auction, returns October 15th and 16th to the Western Fair District Agriplex. Recent London sales standouts include O'Brien Award winners and millionaire performers, Logan Park, Fashion Frenzy, and Stockade Sealster. Leading North American consigners and yearlings by the sport's top sires, all under one roof in a world-class facility. Find your next champion at the London Classic Yearling Sale. Find out more by visiting londonclassic.ca.
One of the 8 drivers that is participating in the 2024 National Driving Championship, and his stock has been rising over the last few years. Recently, in the last year, made the full-time transition to driving at Woodbine Mohawk Park, has performed very well. He's had a ton of success over his career at Western Fair, and that success, well, it turned out real handy back in April for the Ontario Regional Driving Championship when he finished first, just ahead of James McDonald, who was second, to book their tickets to the National Driving Championship. So Tyler's really excited about this, and as am I, for what is going to be an incredible day, and it's already been a fun couple of days here in Trois-Rivières. Pleased now to bring in my first guest here this afternoon, the CEO and president of Standardbred Canada, Daryl Kaplan. And Daryl, right off the hop, I said it as we came on the air, the hospitality has been incredible here at the Hippodrome and in Trois-Rivières. I'm sure you're feeling the exact same way.
Oh yeah, it's been fantastic. It's the first time that we've held the Nationals in Quebec, and the hospitality has been amazing. Our racetrack partners here in Quebec have been fantastic. There's an amazing energy at the track. Like, it's really exciting. We're really happy to be here.
Yeah, 4 p.m. post time, I was mentioning that the fans continue to file in. It's going to be a real healthy crowd on site, and the entire crew here at the Hippodrome very excited and proud to be hosting this event. Talk about what goes into deciding where the event's going to be held and where the Nationals will be.
So we start the process, actually last year we start the process. We work with all of our racetrack partners across the country. It's sort of an RFP process, but really we work with them. There's, about 2 years ago we held it in Edmonton. We've held it across the country. We've held the Worlds in Prince Edward Island. We've held it across the country, and Quebec put in a really solid bid. They were very interested in hosting it, and it had never been here before. So, so it just seemed totally perfect to hold it in July with this weather and this environment. Fantastic.
Yeah, definitely a little warmer than Edmonton in November. But that being said, Sophie Mangione, the track director here at the Hippodrome, she spoke last night at our welcome dinner, and you could just hear how much she was beaming with pride and happy to have this event happening right here at their track. Let's talk a bit about the event that we've got coming up here today. There are 8 drivers competing, and they come from across the country, and you really kind of sense that there is almost a bit of a, I don't want to say pride and joy, but for those that are coming from the West, those that are coming from the Atlantic, they've really got the backing of their locals.
Oh, these guys are so excited, and you're absolutely right. They have cheering sections from back home, hashtags. We have, you know, we walked around town last night, and what happens, you run into people, oh, we're cheering for Redmond, or we're cheering for Mike. And that's here, that's in 3R. So back at home, they have their own cheering sections. The guys are so excited about it. It's a big deal. We've really developed this event, I think, to where it was supposed to be a big deal, and I know that the guys feel that energy, and we're really happy about that.
We're getting set for the first of the 8 races. Races 2 through 9 will all be a part of the competition. We'll maybe put our handicapping hats on in a second, but just want to talk a bit about some business and what's going on at Standardbred Canada. You moved into the role of CEO at the start of this year. How's that transition been? And talk about kind of what's been on the agenda for Standardbred Canada. I know you guys had some meetings here the last couple of days.
Yeah, we've held our board meetings the last couple of days. The team is really focused, our board is focused, and our team is focused on growth. We're talking about breed incentive program, what we can do nationally, talking to the federal government, making an impact, as much impact as we can with our racetracks, with our partners, with our horse people across the country. We definitely have growth in mind in terms of helping the industry as much as we can, and that's really our goal. And then when you can have events like the O'Brien Awards and National Driving Championship, it allows us to get out there in the community as well and be with our horse people.
And you guys have really been traveling this year. The O'Brien Awards was in PEI back in February, now here in Trois-Rivières for the National Driving Championship. It's easy for myself from Ontario to kind of get in that Ontario bubble and miss what's going on outside of Ontario, but there's a lot going on from coast to coast.
There is. You know, we have a new racetrack in Manitoba. To actually have a racetrack in a center in Manitoba is something that was a long time coming. There's a lot of development in terms of the racing in Alberta. Certainly from coast to coast. In Atlantic Canada, the passion there, we experience in PEI, we always do. But as well in Nova Scotia and, you know, energy, we see renewed energy in places like New Brunswick and Nova Scotia and PEI, and that's fantastic for us to see.
All right, well, the horses are coming onto the track for our first race of the National Driving Championship. Not to be confused, this is race number 2 of the afternoon here at Hippodrome 3R. And like I said, a good crowd on hand. They'll all be up at the rail making some noise. And it'll be our first look at all the drivers that are partaking in the National Driving Championship. In the last race, Robert Shepard actually did have a drive, so I guess maybe he's kind of already got the jitters out of the way. But let's take a look at the field as you'll see them on post parade. Mike Hennessy's kicking things off, and then we'll get to Tyler Borth, who will be sitting behind Mock Play. As we run through the post parade here, Daryl, earlier in the week there was a draft. Can you talk a bit about what goes on, how we determine who drives what horses, what post positions that they have, because you guys try to make it as fair as possible.
Yeah, we implemented this a few years back for the National. This year we implemented it for some of the regionals as well. We get all the drivers together, they get the horses before the posts are drawn, and they're able to actually pick their horses. So when you see horses in these races, you know that these guys chose them. You know, you look in this race alone, Mock Play, the 2 horse, was the first selection. The second selection was actually the 7 horse, Let Me In Coach, who ended up getting the 7 hole, right? So you see that, the strategy, and then there, of course, is the draw as well. But I know that the guys love it. They love to be able to have a little bit of control in terms of the horses they drive.
And last night when we were catching up with the drivers at the Driver Showcase broadcast, if you do tune in, you heard a Mike Hennessy, for example, mention that, you know, he just ranked the horses 1 to 8 in each race, and then was just hoping when it was his turn to pick, he could take the highest one still left that he had rated. But a few times he was surprised by a horse he had ranked at 5 or 6 was the first one picked. So there isn't that familiarity for some of the drivers. So it is a little bit of, I don't want to say a crapshoot, but for some of them, if you're not familiar, you know, what you see in one Some might not see that in the other. Would you think Stephane Brosseau and Robert Shepard have a bit of the leg up, kind of being the locals?
Well, that's the interesting thing. So the 7 horse in this race, I think, is an example. Robert took the horse second, and I think this might have been the horse that Mike was talking about that he had listed 8th. But local driver, knows the horses, and this is a horse who has back class. I see, going back looking, this horse went 53-3 last year and actually has the talent. And somebody who drives here week in, week out, maybe knows the horses a little bit better. So I think they have a certain advantage, but I think overall, I think the drivers communicated to us that they feel good about their draws, right? They feel good about the horses they have, and that's what we want.
Yeah, and that seemed to be the vibe I got last night talking to each of them, that they all thought, yeah, I've got a shot here. I don't mind my lineup. And of course, I think the biggest thing for these drivers going in is they're all counting on that number 1 selection they had being the one where they're going to get the good points.
Exactly. And I think in the next race, there's a horse where James took first, who probably is a bigger favorite. You're really hoping that you're in those races where it's sort of a little bit more obvious, and then you're hoping your good horses get a decent draw as well. But sometimes you pick 7th or 8th and you end up getting the inside. And I know in past driving championships, some of those horses jump up and win too. And some of the races in here are super competitive as well, and that's a great thing to see for the fans too.
That's what we want to see, and I guess for the fans here locally, yeah, they'll be rooting on their locals and Stephane Brosseau and Robert Shepard, but great opportunity to see some of the best across the country. James McDonald's now a 3-time defending O'Brien Award winner, and he loves an event like this. He always shows up.
Oh, James does, and going back to the Worlds in 2017, and going back to that, that was a cross Canada journey where you started in Alberta and he came in through Ontario and Quebec and ended up in his hometown. And those were 11 horse fields and racing against the best in the world. And James obviously stepped up. He stepped up there. He stepped up in the nationals. He knows it. But we have some amazing drivers as well. Maybe first competition or second competition, but they have different experience on the track or experience on a half mile. The guys out west don't race on half miles. The guys in Atlantic Canada only race on half miles, right? So different advantages for sure from different guys. I think, it'll just be fantastic.
And they all had to win their way here, so to speak, either finishing first or second in their regionals to advance. So they were already in a driving competition just to get here. So they've got that tournament experience. For some that, might be a little newer to this. That being said, most of them have lots of experience in these driver challenges. Redmond Doucette was a fascinating one to me because racing in Truro, their season hadn't started when the regional happened out in the Maritimes. And as he put it last night, he came from the couch to get his ticket booked. So, he knew how to get the job done in a competition like this.
He sure did, and he's got a big cheering section out there too in Atlantic Canada, and we know that. Everybody's coming at it from a different place. I know that some of the guys are racing year-round, and some aren't. Some, just jumped in. But having the regionals, having those competitions, it's a whole different type of racing, right? It really is. You look at the regional here, some of these horses race on June 2nd, and you just look at the chart lines and see that the horses that don't usually leave, they leave, and the horses that maybe usually leave don't. Everything seems to change in these drivers' competitions, and that's the cool thing. We're looking forward to it today, but you never really know exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah, I think each driver thinking maybe they can shake up these horses because a lot of times, as we know, horses, they get kind of in their routines. They get pretty familiar with their regular driver, and just putting someone new there in the bike and at the controls might just kind of wake them up a little bit. And I know many of the drivers here are going to be hoping that's the case. They can get the most out of their charges. So we're getting set for the first of our National Driving Championship races. Just taking a quick peek at the tote board here, and pretty competitive board towards the inside. And mock play, you mentioned, would have been one that a lot of people had circled coming into the draft. And I think for Tyler Borth, I was just mentioning when we came back from break how much his stock has been on the rise in the last few years. But for me, Tyler's somebody who I think is just kind of soaking this all in and really excited about this opportunity.
Oh yeah, he is, and just in talking to him, he's out there to win. These guys are all out there to win. Tyler knows half-mile tracks, right, and racing in his hometown in London, and I'm sure that he's excited to be in here. You got him one of the favorites, but it's a close odds board. And the thing about this track is you can win from any post position as well. There are horses winning from 7 and from 8, so it'll be great to see.
All right. Daryl, we're getting set for our first of 8 races in the 2024 National Driving Championship. We will update the leaderboard as we go along. Of course, where you finish here is where you're going to be standing after race number 1, but that'll definitely get intriguing as the afternoon goes along. So the gate is open. The horses are going to be called in, and one of my favorite things about the Hippodrome here in Trois-Rivières is our race caller. And if you have never heard a race called here in Quebec, it is quite something, isn't it?
It's awesome. It's awesome. He gets right into it. We were talking to him last night. We're like, step it up a little more. He's like, this is a little brown jug and a gold cup and saucer all rolled into one. So enjoy it. Enjoy the ride. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, you're going to hear some vroom vroom, some downtown TR. There's going to be quite a few of those signature lines, and in both languages, English and French. So it looks like the horses are taking a turn here, as we might have it's not really a recall, but they're going to do a bit of a reformation and come back in ahead of this second race here this afternoon at Hippodrome Trois-Rivières. Again, if you're tuning in online and you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, make sure to leave us a comment. Let us know who you are cheering on. Daryl mentioned it. There are some cheering sections in attendance, but we know for a lot of you, it's a Friday afternoon, whether you're on the East Coast, the West Coast. If you can't be here, well, you're here in spirit, so let us know who you are cheering on. All right, set to go. Race number 2, first race of the 2024 National Driving Championship.
La barrière est en marche. The gate is moving. Favori, c'est le 2, MacPlay et Tatterby. Il est à $5.70 copie. Michael Hennessy on cruise control. Step Row, 2 Max, 1 Max. James McDonald, Classic Jim. Perfect Rumi, Double D. Redmond with Cheeky Love. Robert with Let Me In Coach. Et Phil et Tobin's Terror. Du centre-ville Trois-Rivières from downtown TR. Ready for action. Et le son party. Bris d'allure pour le 4 Classic Jim et James McDonald. Number 4 off stride. Et de l'extérieur tout à fait. On retrouve Redmond à l'extérieur tout à fait. Numéro 8 Tobin's Terror et passé à la commande, c'est plutôt numéro 5, Perfect Rumi et David Growling. Deuxième second, MacPlay the favorite. Troisième tour dans Cruise Control with Michael. Quatrième, Ford Tap de Parlance. 2 Max, 1 Mac with Stavro. Cinquième, fifth, swing outside. Let Me In, Coach et Rob Shepard. Sixième, 6, Cheeky Love with Redmond Doucet. Septième, ça va être Tobin Terror with Phil. Et derrière le peloton, Classic Jim, back in stride pour James McDonald. 28 and 4, 28 et 4 au quart d'ouverture. Numéro 5, Perfect Rumi on top. David Rolling, mène le bal, swing outside, right here, right now, the heavy favorite, MacPlay. Tatterby is challenging now, the new leader, boom, just like that. On cruise control, first up now, pour Michael Hennessy. Quatrième for Let Me In, Coach Rob Shepard. Cinquième, fifth, Tobin's Terror and Phil. Sixième, sixth, Debro, 2 Mac, 1 Mac. And Classic Jim with James McDonald et at the balance. On retrouve Cheeky Love et Redmond. Traveling Trois-Rivières backside, 58 et 4 à la demi, the first half in 58 and 4. Il y a beaucoup de trafic à Trois-Rivières, heavy traffic, bumper to bumper, avec MacPlay with Tatterby. Il est bien étiré dans le Lazy Boy, sitting in the Lazy Boy, on cruise control outside pour Michael. At the balance, Perfect Rumi et Double D, way outside Rob Shepard. Et en 3 quarts, c'était une 29 et 1, 3/4, 129 and 1, and MacPlay with Tatterby, outside of Perfect Rumi with David Darling from the extreme outside. It's getting Classic Jim coming down to the wire. MacPlay, Tatterby, just for fun, devant Perfect Rumi. And second, James McDonald. Classic Jim, 2, 4, 5, 8 au fil, une 59 et 2, 159 and 2. 2, 4, 5, and 8. No need for the photo finish. Tatterboard on top with MacPlay. Le premier gagnant du début du tournoi, the first winner for this tournament, today, Standardbred. Avec Mac Play, propriété de Joël Gagnon de Pont-Rouge, entraîné trained by Nancy Auger. Une deuxième victoire, 11 sorties cette année. 159-2, une 59-2. The perfect drive, Standardbred. Win the first for this tournament, Standardbred. 2, 4, 5 et 8, on sera prêt à vous payer, mesdames, mesdemoiselles, messieurs. 2, 4, 5 and 8, top 4, Trois-Rivières, downtown. Alors, pour les présentations dans le cercle de vainqueurs, une couverture de refroidissement est remise au gagnant par M. Richard Veilleux, Standardbred Canada Director. It's official, c'est officiel. $3.70 copie, 15,50 per exacta, $15.50. Paris trifecta, 98,90, 98,90 for the try. A super, $234.90, $1 super, 234,90. Et le Paris double, 4-2, 9,30, Daily double, 4 and 2, $9.30. Alors, on s'en va dans le cercle du vainqueur, mesdames, mesdemoiselles, messieurs. Mark est avec Standardbred.
All right, thank you very much. Yes, Tyler Borth has been able to draw first blood and takes the victory in our first race of the 2024 National Driving Championship. First time at the Nationals, Tyler. Does that kind of get the nerves and the jitters out of the way?
Yeah, it was good to get that one out of the way. When I had first pick in that race, and looking at the program, they kind of all look similar to me, so it kind of just put me on the spot, and I ended up going with that one, and I'm glad I did.
When you were working your way up to the lead there at the half and got to the front, how were you feeling?
Yeah, once I wasn't really happy where I got away off the gate, because I know Dave's horse, and like if you try to remove and he doesn't let you, then you're kind of using your horse too much early. But I do kind of know the horse Dave was driving, so when I seen him, she started to get lazy on him, so I thought it was time to go.
Talk about what the experience has been like here over the last couple of days and the great energy and the hospitality from the crew here at the Hippodrome.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place here. They do an amazing job. Lots of fans out, and it's a beautiful day, so I'm looking forward to the rest of it.
All right, and finally, speaking of fans, you've got some special fans here cheering you on.
Yeah, I got my brother and his wife and his 2 kids here today, so I'm happy to have them.
All right, well, they had big smiles, and so do you. Congratulations on the victory.
Yeah, thanks, Mark.
Sealster, a name synonymous with quality. From their picturesque farm in Lucan, Ontario, Sealster Farms has been producing champions for decades. Stars like $650,000 winner Poseidon Sealster, millionaire mares Karma and Kendall Sealster, and 2-time O'Brien Award-winning Stockade Sealster. Sealster is also the home of many of Canada's top stallions, like Sunshine Beach, All Bets Off, and world champion superstar Bulldog Hanover, the sport's all-time fastest performer. Find your next champion at Sealster Farms. For more information, visit sealsterfarms.com.
For over 25 years, Tara Hill Stud has worked with partners to help produce champion stallions. We are proud to have bred great racehorses like Fade Out, Shower Play, Precious Delight, and There's a Demon in Me. Our stallions, past and present, have had tremendous success while making a huge impact on racing across North America. Tara Hill Stud, where champions stand and champion yearlings are raised. Log on to tarahills.com.
Winback Farm of Canada's now home to Meadowlands Pace Champion Beach Glass.
Beach Glass wins the Cane Pace. Beach Glass.
Well, today it's Beach Glass.
And Beach Glass is going to get there. Beach Glass in front.
Beach Glass. The beach is back. Beach Glass.
New to Winback Farm of Canada in 2024. For more information, visit winbackfarm.com.
All right, well, we've got things underway now in the 2024 National Driving Championship as Tyler Borth gets the job done as he got to the winner's circle for the first time here at the Hippodrome, and he mentioned it. I think he was probably being a little humble when he talked about the fact that, wanted to get the nerves and the jitters out of the way. Well, that definitely helps as he gets the victory in our first competition race. One of the other drivers in this competition that a lot of people are gunning for is James McDonald. He was second to Tyler in the Ontario Regional, finished second in that first race, recovering after making a break at the start. Jean Laroche is over in the paddock, and he is going to be catching up with James in just a moment. I think we've got them standing by, so we're going to throw things over to the paddock. And we don't have them. All right, Blair, I'm going to bring you in then. All right, this is the magic of a live TV. We'll go to that interview in just a second. But Blair Corbeil joins me now, one of the directors at Standardbred Canada. And Blair, first of all, how's the last few days been making the visit here to Trois-Rivières?
It's the first time here for myself, and it's been great. It's a nice little community and nice little racetrack here. It's very impressive.
Yeah, it's been a fun couple of days here in Trois-Rivières. I mentioned the hospitality's been great. The little downtown core, our hotel is there, and then making our way over to the track, and a good crowd on hand. I mean, we talk about parts of the country, Alberta, Maritimes, Ontario, Quebec, everybody coming together. Got to be fun to see everybody coming from the different parts, as I know you've kind of got a touch on many different areas here in Canada.
Yeah, it's great to see small tracks and the people that come out. It's very well supported and great atmosphere. It's it's still a little late in the afternoon, but early for racing. So there's a decent crowd here, and I see more and more people filling in all the time. So I'm sure by the time we hit races 4, 5, and 6, it's going to be really packed.
Yeah, we'll get to that in just a couple of moments because you're going to join us for here race number 3, which is coming up. But as mentioned, Jean Laroche is over in the paddock, and he's going to catch up with James McDonald.
Live in the paddock here with James McDonald after the first race of the tournament. Driver of the Year in 2023. James, in this first race, bad start, but what a result.
Yeah, I was really happy with that. Leaving the gate, it was looking pretty grim, but my horse made a big recovery and finished up really well to get a second. So a great start to the tournament, and hopefully I can keep the ball rolling.
It's not your first appearance here at Trois-Rivières.
No, I've been here a few times. I've raced in the Prix d'Été, and I was lucky enough to race here in the World Driving Championship. So I've got a little experience on the track. I really enjoy this half-mile track, and hopefully I can have some luck today.
What do you think is your best quality as a driver? Oh, that's a good one.
That is a good question. Tough question, but just being able to just roll with the punches, take what's given to you, and just try and turn it into the best result you got. Sometimes you can panic a little bit and make mistakes, but just like in that first race, take a bad situation, try and make the best you can out of it.
James, bienvenue à Trois-Rivières.
Thank you very much.
Good luck in the start. Welcome back to you guys.
All right, thank you very much, Jean. Appreciate you catching up with James there as he's going to get set for race number 3, our second driving competition race, which will be coming up in just a few moments as the horses are about to be called out of the paddock. Joined once again by Blair Corbeil. And Blair, I was mentioning again that you've got your hands in a lot of different pots within the industry. First of all, kind of talk about how things have been back home.
Alberta's doing quite well. The racing there is always great. Competition is always fierce, and horse supplies, not too bad. Typically, it's always we got decent fields. The money's, horse racing Alberta and the provincial government and everybody's doing a great job managing things. We've gotten a purse increase, second purse increase now for this year already. So things are definitely positive and looking up there, and great to see. And we had a really strong yearling sale last year, and hope this year is another one.
Yeah, trying to keep that momentum going. It's funny you mentioned about purses and earnings and things like that. Looking at Mike Hennessy and Phil Giesbrecht, who are representing the West, I noticed they both had career years last year when it came to, at least with the driving, earning over $1 million did their horses. So, for guys that are racing there full time, there's opportunities, isn't there?
Yeah, it certainly is. And, both are representatives from Alberta or from the West. Both Phil and Mike are doing a fantastic job driving out there, and it's great to see them get recognized and being here in Trois-Rivières, and hopefully things go well for them, and they do a good job.
Well, the horses are now on the track for race number 3. It is the second race of the National Driving Championship as we roll through the post parade. So Tyler Borth's been able to jump out to the early lead with that victory. And if you are tracking along at home, if you're on standardbredcanada.ca, that's where you're able to find the full breakdown of the points as you can track it all day long. Kind of keep your own tally, almost like keeping score of a baseball game, so to speak, as you can keep your scorecard going. But as we roll through the field here, Blair, I guess I should ask, obviously the rooting interest has to be for the Western guys?
Yeah, I got to cheer for the hometown boys there. It's, hopefully they get it done. I think they've got a couple of live drives, so we'll see how it shakes out. And in a tournament like this, it's about getting points with the ones you don't think you do have a shot. So hopefully things roll their way and they get a little bit of luck. A little different racing for them on a half-mile track versus what we're racing in Alberta. So hopefully it doesn't take long to get adjusted to racing on a half-mile track.
Yeah, they just noticed there might be a couple more turns than they're used to in the course of a mile. So when there are 8 horses in a race, and I haven't heard of any scratches coming up later on the card, which is a great thing. How the points are distributed is basically like this. From 1 through 8, everybody will get at least a point. How it works, though, if you're first, 15, second, 10, and then 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So there's a look at the drivers and the horses for race number 3 on this Friday afternoon from Hippodrome 3R, the second race of the challenge. Let's talk a bit about the ownership side of things for yourself. Talk about how your horses have been performing here in 2024.
For the most part, we've been pretty happy with it. It's horse racing, so there's good, there's bad, sometimes ugly, but hopefully you try and avoid the ugly and get a little bit more good than anything. But so far, we've been very fortunate. We've got some very nice horses racing in Ontario. We've got some great horses racing in Jersey, and back home in Alberta, we're doing all right there too. So it's overall, we're pretty happy with things, and it's. Unfortunately, there's a couple others that you wish, things would go a little bit better with, but you can't have it all your way. It's a give and take, and you take your turn and enjoy with the ones that give you the best ride.
Well, you're right. There's always ups and downs in racing. You just hope that the ups kind of outdo the downs, of course. There's a look at the current standings here in the NDC after the first race. So your top 3 is listed there on the board with Tyler Borth, James McDonald, and then David Dowling rounding things out when it comes to the top 3. We'll keep this updated throughout the course of the afternoon and into the early evening to let you know exactly where everyone does stand. But as we get set for the third race, when I had Daryl on the desk here a few moments ago, we were talking about the fact that for the drivers that aren't from Quebec and they don't race here regularly, there is that unfamiliarity. You mentioned the Alberta guys. They're not used to driving on a half-mile track. So, if you had to give them advice here, what they got to do, is it just a case of kind of just put everything in play, you think, and just try and chip away when it comes to the points?
Yeah, it's a tournament like this is definitely, aggression is a good thing to have. It's we've been fortunate. We hosted the World Driving Championships in Calgary back in 2018, I believe it was, and it was, every time I come to these things, it's just great racing. It's the amount of lead changes there is, and 2 and 3 wide and 4 or 5 wide coming around last turns like we just seen. It makes for exciting racing and great product, and fans love it.
Definitely a little warmer than the last time the NDC happened, which was in Edmonton just a couple of years ago. As part of these few days here in Trois-Rivières, Standardbred Canada, the board of directors, everybody getting together for some meetings. Talk about how those have gone, and is it probably just good, especially in today's day and age, just to actually see faces and get everybody together?
Yeah, for sure. Coming out of COVID, as most larger companies have and corporations have, there's been a lot of move to the video teleconferencing, and you can get things done, but there's nothing like face-to-face meetings. And I've always felt that there's more productivity, better exchange of ideas, more conversation, and with Standardbred Canada, it's very important because we're always looking to try and improve what we do and how we things we can do better for our members and what we can do better for racing, and just we've got lofty goals to try and achieve, and hopefully we get there, but these meetings are definitely critical to what we do and what Standardbred Canada does, and we'd like to get Standardbred Canada to get to help with racing and breeding and help the breeders out, and the whole industry out as a whole.
There's a lot of different aspects of the industry, right? I always get when you take an opportunity to look at some of those graphs that have been put together where it shows just how many people are impacted by one racehorse. There's a lot of people that your decisions and where we're trying to shape the industry will impact.
Yeah, it's a big responsibility, and we certainly, we certainly appreciate feedback and stuff. I mean, we always try and do what we feel is the best for the industry, and we take steps to get there. It's just we all wish we had bigger budgets to work with and stuff, but we're trying to do the best we can with not a lot of budget. But we've got some great people, great staff that do just an amazing job. It's every time I get to meet the staff in person at Standardbred Canada, it's amazing how hard they work and how committed they are and the passion they have for the industry and stuff. And with the new CEO being Daryl, he's really brought a new vibe to the office and invigorating a lot of, it's just everybody's got their own management styles, and it's great to see the staff is really responding quite positively to Daryl and his team and stuff. So it's been a pretty smooth transition lately so far, and we're really excited what the direction Daryl's taken Standardbred Canada.
All right, well, I think that's a great way to cap things off as we're getting set for race number 3. Always appreciate it, Blair. Thanks so much, and enjoy the rest of the afternoon.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, race number 3, second race of the National Driving Championship is getting set to go in just a couple of moments. You can see the wings of the starting gate are open. The horses are just kind of gathering at the top of the backstretch, and they're going to be called in. A lot going on here in the area of Trois-Rivières. There is a big music festival that's going on right in the downtown core. There's a carnival going on just behind the track. So it's a very happening place here in early July is Trois-Rivières. And there's a great crowd on hand here today, set to cheer on the horses and drivers for race number 3. We'll send things back up to the announcer's booth as we get set for our second race of the NDC.
La barrière est en marche, the gate is moving. Alors, le favori des parieurs, c'est le numéro 2, Ragtime. Et James McDonald, il est à $2.20 la copie, accompagné de Rob Jeopardy, White Mountain Cammy. She's got the lot with Michael, Redmond Doucet et Caloa Morning. On retrouve On the Road to Texas with Phil. Stéphane Brosseau, il clear the credit. Mac and Blue Cheese et Tyler B. Et David Donning et Thierry Silster. Les voici, here they come du centre-ville Trois-Rivières from downtown TR. Ready for action. Boom! Et le son party. Numéro 2 comme prévu, Ragtime, the heavy favorite, est projeté à la commande pour James McDonald. Évidemment, ne se verra pas de bord aucune fois dans ce mille. Mauvaise nouvelle pour l'opposition. Bad news for the rest, the hill position. The heavy favorite, Ragtime, il est à la commande. Deuxième second à l'extérieur, number 5. On the Road to Texas. Troisième third, she's got the look at the balance with Michael. Quatrième fourth pour Caloa Morning et Redmond Doucet. Cinquième fifth, Rod Chipper, the White Mountain Cammy, followed by Stebro. Et clear the credit, Tallerboard. And Mac and Blue Cheese est derrière le peloton Thierry Silster with Double D. 29 seconds, even just 29 seconds. C'est beaucoup trop facile. Il pourrait débarquer, rembarquer et gagner de toute façon. Ragtime à $2.10 la copie. Control the tempo pour James the Master McDonald. Un tour à faire, one lap to go. Cours après moi, Sheriff. Deuxième second, toujours à l'extérieur. It's going the long mile. Phil with On the Road to Texas. She's got the lucky dans la salle d'attente in the waiting road with Michael NAC. Quatrième fourth. On retrouve plus loin encore Rob Shepard outside et White Mountain Cammy, Caloa Morning et Redmond Doucet. Et suivant, il clear the credit is Stebro. Il y a beaucoup de trafic à Trois-Rivières. Heavy traffic, bumper to bumper. À la toiture et en tête, Ragtime attend ses amis. From the extreme outside, White Mountain Cammy et Rob Shepard. À la toiture, she's got the luck, suis bien. Une 29 et on 3 quarts, 129 and 1. And come on, James McDonald. Vroom, vroom, pèse sur l'accélérateur avec Ragtime. À l'extérieur, White Mountain Camille travaille bien. She's got the lock at the balance and coming down to the wire. Ragtime with James McDonald. Devant White Mountain Camille. Rob Shipper at the balance. She's got the lock. Number 2, just for fun today. Une promenade dans le parc. Walking the park, 157 and 4, James McDonald. Alors confirmé, Trois-Rivières 2, 1, 3 et 7, top 4, 2, 1, 3 and 7. James McDonald s'en vient lentement mais sûrement vers le cercle du vainqueur. Avec le numéro 2, number 2, Ragtime. Un doublé pour l'écurie Michel Allard et Daniel Henry de Saint-Esprit. Une première victoire en 14 sorties cette année. Une randonnée en 1,57 et 4. The time of the race, 157 and 4. Ragtime with James, the Master, McDonald. Pour la remise de la couverture de refroidissement de Standardbred Canada, Director Megan Walker. It's official! 52,90, la super 52,90, $1 super. Paris exact à 8,70, $8.70. Et le trifecta 2, 1 et 3 retourne $33.10, $33.10 for the $2 try. On s'en va dans le cercle du vainqueur. Mark McCarville est avec l'homme d'honneur, James McDonald.
Thank you very much. Yes, James McDonald is into the winner's circle after finishing second in our first NDC race. Gets the victory here with Rec Time. And you were the heavy favorite, James. This was the race where you had the first pick. It was a good race to have the first pick because it looked like we had a slam dunk winner here. But you still had to get the job done. And wasn't the most taxing fractions, but go coast to coast.
Yeah, she's just a big, good-gated, lazy horse, and she didn't do more than she had to. When Phil was parked on the outside, just kind of let her take her time and just coast along. And then when the pressure started coming, she knew what to do. So just a nice little mare to drive, and just happy that, like you said, this is my first pick.
You get the job done here after a runner-up finish back in race number 1. Well, I guess it was race number 2, but our first race of the NDC. Let's go back. You made a break at the start and then rally to finish second. I mean, I thought you were almost out at the Ferris wheel there coming around the last turn, but have to feel pretty good to pull out a second there.
Yeah, it was. I made the best out of a bad situation, but it was maybe my fault. Put him in that situation. He was tapping an outside knee, and I tried to push him a little bit too much off the gate, and it's just something that happens. But I knew I had a lot of pace getting into the last turn, and when I flipped him, he was flying Big Jim. So just really lucky to get off to a hot start.
Talk about the experience so far over the last couple of days. Really enthusiastic crowd on hand here. You've been to Hippodrome Trois-Rivières in the past, but it's got to always be fun to be part of the National Driving Championship.
Oh, absolutely, and I love racing at this track. They do such a great job. The fans, like you said, are really passionate, and the track crew's done a great job having the track great, and it's an exciting event, and it's always fun to be a part of, and I'm just really happy to be here.
All right, well, past world driving champion, trying to win the 2024 National Driving Championship. Congratulations, James.
Thanks, Mark.
Love horse racing? HPIBet.com is Canada's leader in online horse betting. Access thousands of live races from hundreds of tracks worldwide instantly. Enjoy the most advanced betting tools like AI Smart Picks and exclusive cashback rewards you won't get anywhere else. Join today and get up to $100 in free bets. Get the ultimate horse betting experience with HPIBet.com.
Sealster, a name synonymous with quality.
Love horse racing? HPIBet.com is Canada's leader in online horse betting. Access thousands of live races from hundreds of tracks worldwide instantly. Enjoy the most advanced betting tools like AI Smart Picks and exclusive cashback rewards you won't get anywhere else. Join today and get up to $100 in free bets. Get the ultimate horse betting experience with HPIBet.com.
Sealster, a name synonymous with quality. From their picturesque farm in Lucan, Ontario, Sealster Farms has been producing champions for decades. Stars like $650,000 winner Poseidon Sealster, millionaire mares Karma and Kendall Sealster, and two-time O'Brien Award-winning Stockade Sealster. Sealster is also the home of many of Canada's top stallions, like Sunshine Beach, All Bets Off, and world champion superstar Bulldog Hanover, the sport's all-time fastest performer. Find your next champion at Sealster Farms. For more information, visit sealsterfarms.com.
Winback Farm of Canada's now home to Meadowlands Pace Champion Beach Glass.
Beach Glass wins the Cane Pace. Beach Glass.
Well, today it's Beach Glass.
And Beach Glass is going to get there. Beach Glass in front.
Beach Glass. The beach is back. Beach Glass.
New to Winback Farm of Canada in 2024. For more information, visit winbackfarm.com.
Welcome back, everybody. Hippodrome Trois-Rivières for the National Driving Championship, as we're going to crown a Canadian champion for 2024. The winner will advance to the World Driving Championship coming up this winter 2025 in New Zealand. And a man that's already been to the World Driving Championship on a couple of occasions is James McDonald, and he is off to a very good start after finishing second in our first leg. He then wins race number 3, the second race of the NDC, going coast to coast on the front with the overwhelming favorite, Wreck Time. And James mentioned in the interview that you got to cash in with those that you do pick first. Tyler Borth talked about really being happy with the horse he picked in our first NDC race, and of course he was able to parlay that into a victory. So the Ontario drivers kicked things off by winning the first and second legs of the 8-leg NDC. And we're going to go back to the paddock in just a few moments when we'll catch up with Jean Laroche once again, as he'll have another special guest. And I think we've got John ready. Let's go to him right now.
I'm with Tyler Borth here in the paddock. Of course, Tyler, take your horse for the next race. Not so far, not so bad. A win and a fourth, not so bad.
Yeah, the first one was real good. The last one I drove was really good too. The trainer said that it only had one move, so I was maybe a little too patient. I should have maybe been on the go a little sooner and I might have got more, but she raced good and she was pacing home fast.
Tell me, Tyler, you start your career in small tracks and now you work on the brake track, Mohawk, of course, and now to come back in a small track for these days like this, it's always a special day.
Yeah, for sure. I have drove a lot on the half, but not as much now because I drive a lot at Mohawk, but this half mile is actually a really nice half than obviously some of the home tracks, but some of our C tracks that I drive on, they're a little tighter. Yeah. This half mile, the turns are really banked and it's a really nice track to drive on.
Very quick, what's your best quality as a driver?
I think now is I'm a lot more patient than I used to be when I was younger, so I try to just save as much for the end as I can.
Good luck for the rest of the day.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Jean. Good to hear again from Tyler, who wins the first leg of the NDC and then follows that up with a 4th place finish. He's now got 20 points. And we'll take a look at the full leaderboard in just a couple of moments as it gets updated. Right now, I can tell you, that, again, not 100% official, but as long as we're doing our math right up here, we know that James McDonald is in first. He's got 25 points, and then Tyler Borth is second with 20 points. After that, pretty wide open. Robert Shepard has got 14 points as he sits in third. Everybody else is in the single digits, but they've been able to chip away. So there is a look at the standings as we have them right now, and you can see the top 3, James McDonald, Tyler Borth, and Robert Shepard. Call to the post as the horses are coming out onto the track for race number 4. We've got pacers here, non-winners of 1 or $3,700 lifetime. We're going for a purse of $3,700. There's a look at number 1, Dream Choice, as Phil Giesbrecht it will be the driver. He was the runner-up in the Western Regional. Robert Shepard, who is currently sitting in third, will drive Granite Beach. Here's a horse he's actually driven the past 2 times, so makes sense that he would make sure to select this one with that familiarity, including just a narrow loss in the last start on June 28th. The 3 is Butterfly Catcher. David Dowling is in the sulky. That one is coming in off of a victory. Number 4 is Delgaro. Tyler Borth will drive. Here's a horse that is a consistent check getter. It just hasn't got to the winner's circle yet in 7 tries. Redmond Doucette will drive the 5. Akatamakanga is the 5. Redmond Doucette does drive a horse that was 4th in its last outing. 6 is Amour. James McDonald will drive this one for Maxime Valaille, as this one comes in from Rito Carlton, where it finished 5th in back-to-back starts. 7 is Foil Dragon. Mike Hennessy will do the driving. Was a winner 3 times back, has 2 top 2 finishes from 6 tries. And number 8 is Sundance Leo. Stéphane Brosseau will drive, as Brosseau had some familiarity with the 6 Amour, but was not able to select that one in the draft as James McDonald picked before. So Stéphane Brosseau ends up with Sundance Leo, who will start from post position number 8. We do go 8 wide here at the Hippodrome Trois-Rivières, and the horses will line up on the gate, and we'll see who can try and rack up some points here in this 3rd leg of the NDC. There is a look at the points breakdown once again. 15 points for a win. Everybody gets at least a point just for starting. And right now, James McDonald has a second and then a first to lead the charge as he's got 25 points up to this point. So as the afternoon rolls along, we're going to have various guests that will join us on the desk as we talk about some of the business at hand at Standardbred Canada. And as Blair Corbeil was talking about just prior to race number 3, I think one of the best things about an event like this is bringing everybody together. You know, it might sound kind of corny in a sense, but you don't get to see folks from different parts of the country all that often. So an event like this, Standardbred Canada obviously puts it on and then is able to attach their meetings to it and get a big group together, have an opportunity for everyone to meet and really socialize as they continue to work away for the best of our racing industry here in Canada. There's again a look at the lineup here in this upcoming 4th race. Right now, looking over at the betting board, the favorite is the 2, Granite Beach. Robert Shepard does drive, 3rd last time out. Was recorded in 1:59 and 1, final quarter in 29 and 4. This one was parked every step of the way and only got beat a length, left from post position number 5. I'd have to think Robert Shepard at least likes what he's seen out of this 4-year-old gelded son of Sunshine Beach in the last couple of starts as he has driven, does have that familiarity. The start back on June 28th, which was the last outing, came after 3 weeks off. So here's a horse that's getting back in to the weekly routine. Just 4 starts under its belt in its career as a 4-year-old. Never made it to the races until the age of 4. So that 4-year-old gelding is the clear-cut favorite at the moment. But those odds drift up just a little bit now as the 4 Delgaro has come down in price, and Tyler Borth will do the driving. You know, Tyler Borth, we talked about. If you were going to invest in that Tyler Borth stock a couple of years ago, you would have been rewarded handsomely. He's got over 1,900 wins in his career, including 414 last year. He was a very, very busy driver as he had made the transition full-time to Woodbine Mohawk Park, but was still driving on the dark days from Mohawk, whether that be in Clinton on a Sunday afternoon, some trips to Georgian, throughout the winter racing at Western Fair very regularly and having a ton of success as he was routinely racking up 3 or 4, sometimes 5 wins a night on those Tuesdays at Western Fair over the course of the winter. So Tyler Borth has been a busy man and getting rewarded. Had a lot of success in the regionals as he finished first with 71 points. That was clear of James McDonald by, I think, a dozen points, and that punched his ticket to his first NDC. So there is a look at Delgaro and Tyler Borth as we flip things over now to Granite Beach. Another horse we want to keep our eye on in this race, according to the betting board, is the 6 Amour that James McDonald does drive. So you do wonder a bit if the betting is impacted by the guys that have gotten off to a really good start. Tyler Borth and James McDonald, they've got quite a bit of name recognition coming into a competition like this, and they're taking a lot of support. But I do think when you look at the program pages here, these were 2 of the more competitive horses, so it definitely makes sense why they are getting a ton of love on the betting board. One driver I think would like to make something happen here is definitely Stéphane Brosseau, as he is the hometown hero, so to speak, in a competition like this. He's got a lot of people rooting him on as he represents Hippodrome Trois-Rivières as a regular driver here and has the opportunity to now race in the Nationals. So I think for him, wanting to make something happen, give the hometown fans something to cheer about. You know, he's going to need a little bit of luck in this race, leaving from post position number 8 with a horse that has got 3 starts under its belt this year after making 12 starts as a rookie and had 5 top 3 finishes. Just hasn't been able to hit the board yet in 3 tries. Has had a week off between starts. Comes in maybe a little bit fresher, so we'll see if something can happen. Maybe a bit of a shocker on the tote board should the 8 Sundance Leo come through for Stéphane Brosseau. Wings of the starting gate are open, and the horses will be called in just a moment for race number 4. We'll be back down in the winner's circle to catch up with our winning driver. And we'll see whether it's a driving double early in the day for a James McDonald or Tyler Borth, or somebody else can get to the winner's circle. So the horses are lining up. We send it back up to the booth. Here's Guy.
La barrière est en marche. The gate is moving. Numéro 2, Granite Beach et Rob Shepard, c'est le favori, $5,80 copies, accompagné de Dream Choice et Phil. Butterfly Catcher, David Darling. Tatterby et Del Giro. Akatika Manga, Redmond Doucette. Amour, James McDonald. False Dragon, Michael Hennessy et Steve Bro with le 8, Sundance Leo. Les voici. Here they come. Du centre-ville Trois-Rivières from downtown TR. Ready for action. Hippity, 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 ow, boom. Et le son parti numéro 3, Butterfly Catcher. À l'extérieur, numéro 5, Katika Manga with Redmond. Mais à la tuture, Rob Shepard. Le gazier dans le fond, vroom, vroom. Rob Shepard pèse sur l'accélérateur et Granite Beach passe à la commande. Deuxième second, numéro 3, side. David Darling with Butterfly Catcher. Troisième tour de Katika Manga with Redmond. On retrouve quatrième pour Del Giro with Tatterby. Cinquième, fifth, Dream Choice with Phil. Sixième, six, False Dragon et Michael Hennessy. Et puis loin encore, Sundance Leo et Steve Bro et Amory James McDonald trading the field. 28 second even. Big number for Granite Beach for Eponing Station. Devant Casino, from the Casino, Granite Beach the leader. Et Rob Shepard est bien installé dans le Lazy Boy. He's sitting in the Lazy Boy. Un tour à faire. One lap to go for the money. Granite Beach the leader. Deuxième, second Butterfly Catcher with Double D. Troisième, third outside Del Giro with Tatterby. Beaucoup de travail pour lui. Quatrième, fourth de balance à Katika Manga with Raymond. Sixième, six. On retrouve à la toiture Dream Choice with Phil. À l'extérieur, number 7, Full Dragon et Michael. Et puis là, on retrouve le numéro 8, Sundance Leo et Steve Bro. Et Amour with James still training the field. Vers le 3/4 de mille, Granite Beach is sharp today. Il est en forme. Rob Shepard control the tempo. Une 28 au 3/4, 3/4. 128 even with Granite Beach. Deuxième, second Butterfly Catcher with Double D. Outside Del Giro with Tatterby. Et quatrième pour la Katika Manga et Tremont. Et on rentre à la maison avec Granite Beach with Rob Shepard. Del Giro is challenging for Tatterby and coming down to the wire. Tatterby takes over now. Tatterby, Del Giro with Granite Beach et Rob Shepard. Troisième tour, Double D with Butterfly Catcher. Quatrième port, Redmond Doucet et Akatika Manga. 157 and 3. Del Giro, incredible performance today. Confirmé, 4, 2, 3 et 5, 4, 2, 3 and 5, top 4, race 4. Anne-Marie Veilleux remet la couverture de refroidissement de la belle victoire de Del Giro, second win this afternoon for Tatterboard. Big win. This horse, il était maiden avant la course, n'avait jamais gagné une épreuve. 1,57 3, 157 pour le compte de M. André Perrault de Mirabel, entraîneur et propriétaire. Del Giro with Tatterby. It's official. $12.30 per exactant, $12.30. Trifecta 32,80, 32,80 for the try. Et la super $1. On paie 66,5, $66.05, $1 super. Joss Murphy de Standardbred Canada, directeur, est dans le cercle du vainqueur pour accompagner le gagnant Del Giro, accompagné du directeur opération d'Hippodrome local, François Carignan. Del Giro pour André Perrault, Tatterby on the bike. Big win again for Tatter. Résultat officiel, Dream Choice 5e, 5th, Granite Beach 2e, 2nd, Butterfly Catcher 3e, 3rd, Del Giro gagnant le winner, Hakatika Manga 4e, 4th, Amour 6e, 6th, False Dragon 8e, 8th et Sundance Leo 7e, 7, 57 et 3, 157 and 3. 5, 2, 3, 1, 4, 6, 8 et 7, Rechecking 5, 2, 3, 1, 4, 6, 8 and 7. Mark et Tatter dans le cercle du vainqueur pour cette belle victoire.
Yes, Tyler is off to a fantastic start in the NDC as he's won 2 of the first 3 legs, this time with Del Giro as this horse breaks its maiden. And Tyler, tell us a bit about the approach. Certainly got the most out of this 3-year-old.
Yeah, he was a little funny behind the gate, so I didn't get him in. They were all leaving pretty hard, so I didn't rush him out of there too much. And then when I moved him, he actually didn't feel great, but I was just kind of taking it easy with him. And then when Chip's horse started to come back, and I asked him, and he paced on real fast.
Responded in the lane to get up for the victory. I asked you after your first win about just kind of getting your feet wet and getting the nerves out of the way, but now that you've won 2, confidence has to be through the roof.
Yeah, no, it's definitely high. I thought that my earlier lineup was my better lineup, so I'm hoping I can, keep going here, and then the last couple just try to get some points.
All right, well, congratulations on the win, and keep up the great work.
Thanks, Mark.
The London Classic Yearling Sale, Canada's premier standardbred auction, returns October 15th and 16th to the Western Fair District Agriplex. Recent London sales standouts include O'Brien Award winners and millionaire performers, Logan Park, Fashion Frenzy, and Stockade Sealster. Leading North American consigners and yearlings by the sport's top sires, all under one roof in a world-class facility. Find your next champion at the London Classic Yearling Sale. Find out more by visiting londonclassic.ca.
For over 25 years, Tara Hill Stud has worked with partners to help produce champion stallions. We are proud to have bred great racehorses like Fade Out, Shower Play, Precious Delight, and There's a Demon in Me. Our stallions, past and present, have had tremendous success while making a huge impact on racing across North America. Tara Hill Stud, where champions stand and champion yearlings are raised. Log on to tarahills.com.
Winback Farm of Canada's now home to Meadowlands Pace Champion Beach Glass.
Beach Glass wins the Cane Pace. Beach Glass.
Well, today it's Beach Glass.
And Beach Glass is going to get there. Beach Glass in front.
Beach Glass. The beach is back. Beach Glass.
New to Winback Farm of Canada in 2024. For more information, visit winbackfarm.com.
Well, it's a great start for Ontario in the National Driving Championship, so I guess it makes sense that our next guest that joins us is from Ontario. Mark Horner, a director of Standardbred Canada, is joining us, and good start for, I guess, the locals, the ones that we would call locals.
Yeah, real good start for the boys here, and hopefully Tyler can keep it going, because you get too early and that carries through. It should be exciting from here on in.
Tyler mentioned that he really liked his early lineup, so he's cashing in with those. Now he'll try and make the most of the remaining races. Still 5 races to go in the NDC. Mark, we talk about Ontario, but you're all over. I see sometimes you're out west. Talk a bit about what you were doing out there, because I saw you helping the crew out at Century.
Yeah, Century Downs, reached out and needed some assistance with their track there. So, I'm available to help anybody in the business anywhere that we can help out. So I was happy to go out there and get their track straightened out and work with their crew a little bit, and hopefully they can go forward in good shape.
That's the thing we've been talking about a lot today, is the fact that, the NDC brings everybody from all parts of the country together for this event, and sometimes you can get stuck in your bubble back at home, but seeing how things are with the racing scene in Alberta, it must be nice to kind of change things up and kind of get a different view.
Yeah, I'm fortunate enough to travel throughout the country and make connections with horse people from coast to coast, and from PEI to Vancouver. It's great to really network and get to know all those people, and racing's tough in spots, but overall healthy and doing well.
A lot of passion for the sport in all the different parts, and that's what we're seeing here today at the NDC. Over the last couple of days, Standardbred Canada's had some meetings as well. Talk about getting everybody together and how that's been.
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, in-person meetings, you get so much more done and accomplished, and to add in this ambiance of the driving championship, you get to spend some time with the drivers and directors. It's all good stuff.
And we know that it's business here today. It's a competition for the guys, but in the days leading up, it's fun to get these guys together. There's a lot of good personalities. I'm meeting different people that I've never met before. I think that's kind of one of the best parts of an event like this.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, anybody that's been around all these drivers, they really know that their personalities are there. They got to have that personality to be successful. And from James being so professional, and Phil's kind of a firecracker, and Mike Hennessy's a lot of fun, and Robert Shepard, cheering for him today. Really like to see him later on get some big points and have a shot there at the end of it.
That's the thing. I think when I've talked to a few people and asked who they're rooting for, they can't necessarily pinpoint one person, because there's a lot of deserving drivers that are in this competition. We're seeing the Ontario guys do really well in the early stages. You'd have to think for some of these other drivers, now they got a few races under their belt, they probably loosen up, because I'd imagine you're a little tense going into this. For a lot of them, this is one of the biggest stages they'll race on.
Yeah, you know what? No matter who wins, what an honor to represent your country, and it's the epic for our industry, and it's just great for whoever moves on.
All right, well, the post parade's about to happen here for race number 5. Why don't we throw to the post parade right now, and then we'll come back and have more with Mark on the desk.
Le 1-1 Stéphane Brosseau et Cleveland Monica, propriété des gestions Michel Carrier et Jean Carrier, entraîné par Carl Duguay. Cleveland Monica with Steph Bro. Le 1-1 1-8 James McDonald with Bunford Bash. Gestion Michel Carrier, entraîné par Serge Hood. King James McDonald on the bike, the Bunford Bash. Le 2, number 2, la Bromontoise. Jérôme Lombard de Bromont, entraîneur propriétaire. Tatter B on the bike. Tatter board. Et le 2, la Bromontoise. 3, Phil Gisbred. Sur le sulky de On the Slide, propriété de Martine Biron de Trois-Rivières, trainer Honor, Phil. Et On the Slide, c'est le numéro 3. 4 for Redmond Doucet. Man of Muscle pour Gilbert Toulouse, entraîneur Gabriel Beaumont. Le 4 for Redmond Doucet et Miles of Muscle. 5, number 5, Michael Hennessy et My Mini Miracle pour Jean Laroche, entraîné par Marc-André Simoneau. Le 6, number 6, Bet on the Wheeling. David Darling est sur le sulky pour Claude Thibault et Martin Bilodeau, entraîné par Marc Bélanger. David Darling et le 6, Bet on the Wheeling. Et le 7-7 Robert Shepard est timonier pour Sacha Morancy, entraîné par Denis Landois. Rob Drive, le 7 timonier. Starting line-up, race number 5, Trifecta Exacta Super. Le départ dans 4 minutes, post time 4.
All right, there's the post parade for race number 5, as it's going to be the 4th race. We're already coming to the midway point of the NDC. Mark Horner is with us on the desk, and Mark, 2024, it's kind of flying by already. We're already into the month of July. Things really heating up now as the 2-year-olds are on the track. Stake season is in full swing. There's a look at the leaderboard. But what I wanted to ask you about is, from a racing standpoint for yourself, involved with horses, how's the year been?
Yeah, raced mainly in London and had a pretty good run there. Raced in Summit Grand River, a couple of Mohawk, and got some 2-year-olds that are ready to go. Been schooling them, and we've been in 2-3 with a few pacers and a trotter in 2-5. So we're close to qualifying, about 4 right now. So we hope to play a little bit, anyways.
That's what you want to do. You want to get in the action. You mentioned Grand River, a 5/8 track now in Ontario. How do you think that impacts the racing scene in Ontario?
Yeah, it's we tend to want to lean to bigger track racing, and it sure does. It's laid out really well. Hopefully the safe surface stays together, and they're going big miles over there early. I'm going to assume that next year it's going to set up and be a real nice surface on there, but learning curve right now for horses, drivers, and stuff, but it looks like the racing's okay.
Yeah, that's the one thing. I think for the most part, all the feedback has been very positive, and people excited to have another bigger surface, a bigger oval in the province of Ontario. Here we're on a half-mile track. I mean, you're the track man here. Talk a bit about the track here, because the first thing I seem to notice, the turns seem very, very banked.
Yeah, for the people at home, these are Flamborough-type turns, really banked through the turn into a straightaway NASCAR-type flat stretches, and it's an interesting little oval. My first time here, but they seem to get around it pretty handy.
Yeah, we go 8 across here at Hippodrome Trois-Rivières, so 7 or 8 on a half is never a great post position, but with the turns like that and the straightaways, does it make it even tougher?
Yeah, well, I mean, when you're leaving like that, tough from the outside anywhere on a half-mile track, but I've noticed a few from the inside not getting out of there that good, so looks like middle of the gate, maybe getting the advantage early here.
All right, well, we'll have to keep that in mind. We do have an entry in this race. There aren't very many parts in Canada or even in North America where you still do have entries in races, but we have the 1 and the 1A, and you were mentioning when you were looking immediately at the draw and looking at who was in each race, you saw that the 1A looked like a real standout in this race, but has post position number 7, so that is something to keep in mind.
Yeah, I mean, when I looked at it quickly, I saw James, he looks like he's the best in here to me quickly on paper. And then I look at that little post position 7 under there. Does that change it? I don't think so in my eyes. I think he's got a real big shot here if he gets out clean. And Tyler, he's in good shape here right now too.
Well, the 1, Cleveland Monica, there's a horse that's seen race quite a bit now. A 5-year-old is that mare race in Ontario. Cleveland Monica has post position number 4, while Bonfire Bash, the entry mate, will lead from post position number 7. Tyler Borth has the rail here, so we'll see if he can make something happen here and keep this hot streak going. You've seen Tyler drive for a very long time now. Talk about his rise over the last few years.
Really proud, Tyler, come in as a kid and always very professional, very polite. He respects his elders, so that means he treated me okay. So, no, just a really, really pleasant kid, and comes from a great family of horse racing royalty. His father was great, Billy Borth, and, a great family, and just really proud of the career that he's embarking on and staying, a real gentleman.
One thing I noticed last year as he made that full-time transition to racing at Woodbine Mohawk Park on a nightly basis was that on the dark nights for Mohawk, he was still going to Western Fair, going to Clinton on Sundays. Work ethic like that, I don't know if you'll find it in everybody, and I think that's got to be one of his best traits.
There's absolutely no doubt, and that work ethic is what's going to put him on top one day, and he just stays professional, and that daily grind that they got to do. Also training a barn full of horses as well, so he's busy, he stays hard, and he keeps competing. He's going to do okay.
Well, just taking a peek here at the betting board ahead of race number 5, which is our 4th race of the NDC. The entry of the 1 and 1A, Cleveland Money Cut and Bonfire Bash is the clear favorite here. Next on the board, though, as your second choice is Tyler Borth and the 2-horse. So James and Tyler, they've been racking up the points. The betting board saying that they will continue to get those points, but we'll see if somebody else can sneak in and earn some good points here as we come to the midway point of the challenge. Mark, thanks so much for doing this. Enjoy the rest of the day, and always good catching up.
Yeah, no problem, Mark. Thanks for having me.
All right, we go back up to the booth for the call of race number 5.
That was good.
Pour ne pas déranger la qualité du spectacle des chevaux. Merci. Alors, la barrière est en marche. The gate is moving. Alors, tout le monde est en place pour la 5e. C'est des trotteurs, la 4e du tournoi. Favori, c'est l'entrée. Cleveland Monica et Bonfire Bash, Stebro et James McDonald. Coté à 4,30 $. On a du 5 et 10 pour la Beaumontoise et Tanner B. Le 3 on the slide. Man of Muscle, My Mini Miracle, Bet on Willing et Timonier. Les voici. Here they come. National Driving Championship du centre-ville Trois-Rivières from downtown TR. Boom! Et le son party, Cleveland Monica, mauvais départ, Timonier dans un manque off-stride. Et James McDonald from the extreme outside avec Bonfire Bash s'en vient challenger Cleveland Monica et Stebro. Between 2 horses, Davin Darling with Bet on Willing, Personnalité off-stride. 3e turn now on the slide with Phil. 4e fourth pour Redmond Doucette et Man of Muscle. 5e fifth back in stride, Bet on Willing, et nul autre que David Darling. Plus loin, on retrouve à la clôture nul autre que My Mini Miracle et Timonier derrière Rob Shepherd, le dernier cheval à prendre l'autobus, the last one to take the bus. 28 and 3, 28 et 3 en quart d'ouverture. James McDonald control the tempo avec Bonfire Bash. Cleveland Monica with Stebro dans la salle d'attente in the waiting room. Outside on the slide with Phil. 4e for 2 white. Man of Muscle et Redmond Doucet. 5e, 5th à l'extérieur, la Beaumontoise et Tyler Borge. 6e, 6 at the balance. On retrouve Bet on Willing, David Darling. My Mini Miracle, Michael Hennessy next. Et derrière Timonier, Rob Shepherd. 58 et 4 à la demi. The first half in 58 and 4. Bonfire Bash still there. À l'extérieur on the slide, outside, and Phil, 3e, 3rd step, roll dans la salle d'attente, in the waiting room with Cleveland Monica, 4e port, Man of Muscle et Redmond Doucet, 2 white, on retrouve à l'extérieur la Beaumontoise et Tyler B, une 29 au 3 quarts, 3 quarters, 129 even, par choc à par choc, bumper to bumper, bien étiré James McDonald with Bonfire Bash from the extreme outside, la Beaumontoise is getting round pour Tyler B, Stebro à de l'air maintenant avec Cleveland Monica et s'en va à l'extérieur. Le flasher est à droite. Close at door. Bonfire Bash, Cleveland Monica and Bonfire Bash, James McDonald. Devant Cleveland Monica et Stebro, Tatter B. 3e third with la Bromontoise. 2 minutes, 2 minutes even. Un, 1, 2 et 4 au fil d'arrivée pour la trifecta mutuelle paire à 1, 2 et 4. Trifecta mutual pair 1, 2 and 4. Et pour le super, 1, 2, 4 and 3. 1, 2, 4 et 3 pour la superfecta. Deuxième victoire aujourd'hui pour King James. It's official. C'est officiel. It's official! $10,70 pour l'exactant, $10.70. La trifecta retourne 47,50, 47,50. Et la super pour elle. Le pari 2, 89,55 to 89,55. Alors, deuxième victoire pour James McDonald, cette fois-ci avec le numéro 1 à Bonford Bash. Propriété des gestions Michel Carrier incorporé de Pinton, entraîné trained by Serge Houd. Une deuxième en 8 sorties cette année. Une randonnée en 2 minutes, time of the race, 2-minute even. James McDonald with Bonford Bash on top. Dans le cercle de vainqueurs de Standardbred Canada, directeur Andrea Renison. Elle est présente pour la couverture de refroidissement au gagnant de cette course, Bonford Bash. Résultat officiel, Cleveland Monica, deuxième second. Bonford Bash gagnant le winner. La Bromontoise, troisième third. On the slide, cinquième fifth. Mount of Muscle, quatrième for the My Mini Miracle, septième, seven. Bet on Willing, 6e, 6 et Timonier, 8e, 8. 2 minutes, 2 minutes even dans l'ordre de haut en bas. 2, 1, 3, 5, 4, 7, 6 et 8. Rick Checking, 2, 1, 3, 5, 4, 7, 6 and 8. 5h46, c'est le prochain départ. Next post time, 5:46. Trifecta, exacta, superfecta, c'est le début du pari 4, start of the pick 4. Et c'est la course est réservée au groupe de Marie-Soleil Guillemette qui est avec nous aujourd'hui. Merci d'être en présentiel. Trois-Rivières, on retourne rejoindre pour une deuxième fois James McDonald plutôt avec Mark McKelvey.
All right, we're not on repeat again, but James McDonald now here for the second time. We just caught up with Tyler Borth the race before when he got the driving double. You're going to match him now, getting the victory here. First of all, let's go back to this race. Once again, you do it all in the front. This one maybe a little more anxious coming down the lane?
Yeah, it was a big quarter push. Had to push all the way to past the turn, and I was lucky to get there. And then, yeah, like you said, down the lane, and we were on vapor, so it was good to get home.
Are you already looking at the standings now? I mean, we've already got 4 races in, so we're halfway home. I'm pretty sure you probably got to have an eye on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard not to look, and just got to know I just got to keep banging it out and doing the best I can, and try not to make any mistakes because it doesn't look like many people are making too many out there.
Well, the first half of the NDC has been the Team Ontario show. We'll see if that does continue or somebody else is able to step up, but so far so good. Congratulations on the 2 wins.
Thank you very much.
Love horse racing? HPIBet.com is Canada's leader in online horse betting. Access thousands of live races from hundreds of tracks worldwide instantly. Enjoy the most advanced betting tools like AI Smart Picks and exclusive cashback rewards you won't get anywhere else. Join today and get up to $100 in free bets. Get the ultimate horse betting experience with HPIBet.com.
Sealster, a name synonymous with quality. From their picturesque farm in Lucan, Ontario, Sealster Farms has been producing champions for decades. Stars like $650,000 winner Poseidon Sealster, millionaire mares Karma and Kendall Sealster, and 2-time O'Brien Award-winning Stockade Sealster. Sealster is also the home of many of Canada's top stallions, like Sunshine Beach, All Bets Off, and world champion superstar Bulldog Hanover, the sport's all-time fastest performer. Find your next champion at Sealster Farms. For more information, visit sealsterfarms.com.
All right, we got 4 races down in the National Driving Championship. We've got 4 to go, and at the halfway point, here is a look at the current standings in the NDC, and you can see at the top, the 2 drivers that have each won 2 races are separated by just 1 point, and you're starting to get the feeling that this really comes down to not the races you might win, but those other ones. Where can you finish in the order to get some points? Because right now, James McDonald is up just 1 on Tyler Borth, and a lot of that probably goes back to race number 1 when James did have a runner-up finish in that race. So Tyler took the first and third race of our competition. James takes 2 and 4, and we're going to go back to the paddock here as our papers start to blow around. I'm not going to complain, though. It is a nice breeze here on what is a very, very hot day in Trois-Rivières. Let's send things back to the paddock.
We'll not that time. I'm Ms. Robert Shepard before the next race. Not a bad tournament so far?
No, it's going pretty good.
So do you think it's an advantage for you because you race here all year long against all the other drivers?
Maybe a little because I know the horses pretty good, so that might be an advantage. I don't know. These guys are pretty good, though.
What's your best quality as a driver?
Oh, I'm patient, I guess. I don't know. I can drive either way. So
good luck for the rest of the show.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, John. Good to hear from Robert Shepard as going to try and make something happen here in race number 6. That's where we're at. That is coming up next as the horses are coming out onto the track. We'll send things up to Guy for the post parade.
Race 6, Redmond du 7 sur le 1 Mike Tyson pour Daniel Monaison de Saint-Henri de Lévis, trainer honor Redmond with number 1 Mike Tyson. Day 2, Steph Brill with Probert's Legacy, Desjardins Table et Marc-André Simoneau train Marc-André. Steph Brill with le 2, number 2, Probert's Legacy. 3-3 Standardbred et Trouble with the Curve. Adrien Doré Neuville pour Marc Bélanger, exclu de la parade. Il est présentement là, cependant. Alors, Trouble with the Curve with Standardbred. Le 4, number 4, Phil Gilbridge. Avec Hudson Carmel pour Marc Lemay de Québec, de l'entraîneur Louis-Philippe Turcotte. Phil with number 4, Hudson Carmel. 5, number 5, James McDonald, American Z-Star. Steve Perrault et Joanne de Champlain, entraînés par Louis-Philippe Turcotte, James McDonald et American Z-Star. 6, number 6, Robert Shepard, GSP Joey, pour Alain Carrier de Saint-Henri de Lévis, trainer honor, Rob Shepard, number 6. 7, David Darling, Winston Chayen pour Gina Braccagnolo, Trois-Rivières, trainer honor, Double D with number 7. Et de 8, number 8, Michael Hennessy. Et Stock. Écurie Alpha Météplable H1, Yves Laprise. Entraîné par Sylvain Tremblay, Michael et Stock. C'est l'alignement partant de la 6e, starting line-up, race number 6. Le début du Paris 4, start of the Pick 4. Paris Trifecta, Exacta, Superfecta.
All right, once again, here's a look at the leaderboard as we head into the back half of the 2024 National Driving Championship. 4 races to go. James McDonald, Tyler Borth separated by just 1 point atop the standings, while Robert Shepard does sit in 3rd. We're getting set for race number 6. Robert Shepard was 5-2 on the morning line with the 6 GA Speedy Joey. If you put a $2 bet on that one right now, you're going to get back $13. Starting to come down a little bit in price. And for Robert Shepard, he had a really good 2023. Last year, he had 154 wins. Obviously, he's no stranger to the winner's circle over the course of his career, as he's got more than 4,100 career victories, over $29 million in earnings. I think one of the unique thing about Robert Shepard, again, is connections and having raced in many parts of the country. So he's maybe got one of the widest fan bases, so to speak, or those rooting him on here today, as the Alberta guys very familiar with them. The Ontario drivers, James and Tyler, talk about racing against him a ton. Now racing at Rideau Carleton and here at Hippodrome Trois-Rivières. So for Robert Shepard, Shepard, he's seen a lot, he has done a lot, and he's hoping to make something happen here in race number 6 as he sits currently 3rd in the standings. And right now, you know, a few points back of the top 2, but as you can see, you can make up a ton of ground over the course of just a couple of races, and we've still got 4 to go. Right now, the betting board does tell us that number 5, American Z-Star, is the favorite. James McDonald looking for his 3rd win of the afternoon, trying to go back-to-back. Here's a horse that is winless in 16 starts this year, was 3rd last time out at this level, pacing a mile in 1:57 and 3. For Marie-Claude Auger. That horse has been 3rd now in back-to-back starts. Last week, though, after sitting in a second over striking position, got up to within a length and a half for that 3rd place finish. But a horse that knows how to win. Last year was a 5-time winner, and here's one that recently relocated to Quebec after racing in Delaware at Harrington. Was a 5-time winner last year, and for the career has got many wins. So we'll see if American Z-Star can keep things going for James McDonald. Tyler Borth, he's going to drive the 3, Trouble with the Curve, racing this one for trainer Marc Belanger. And here's a horse that's on a red-hot win streak of 3 consecutive victories, the first 2 of which came at a lower level, but moved up to this level last time out and did get the job done. A narrow victory, all on the front end, but held on to win by a neck. You love those horses that can just know how to get to the wire first, even when doing all of the road work, and that's exactly what has happened with Trouble with the Curve for 3 straight races. So we'll see if Tyler Borth continues to keep that strategy going. The draw has been very kind to this horse over the course of its last 4 starts. Made a break 4 back before starting this win streak, but back-to-back rails. Last time out, the 3-hole. Got the 3-hole again here this afternoon. So a horse that will definitely be going forward and just try and go all the way. Right now, looking at the betting board, Trouble with the Curve. Not your second choice, though, after the 5. That would be the number 2. Probert's Legacy. Here's a horse that's a 25-time winner for its career. Now up there in age. Now 9 years old is Probert's Legacy, but has been around and has raced in multiple parts of the country. A horse that is looking to get back into the win column, trying to get off the schneid. Just 1 for 13 this year, but has been racing at some higher levels. So on the class drop, you have to think Probert's Legacy is definitely a strong win candidate. Stéphane Brosseau, this was his selection. Here's a horse he's been racing against regularly and has watched very closely. Just has been very disappointing in the last few starts, but again, in some tougher competition, so should enjoy this spot here. Was an 8-time winner last year. Just 1 for 13 here in 2024, but I think just on the back class alone, you definitely would be looking at number 2, Probert's Legacy, as a major contender here. Other horses maybe to keep in mind right now, the 6 GA Speedy Joy for Robert Shepard. We talked about that one as Robert Shepard's trying to climb the ranks, currently sitting 3rd in the standings. Here's a horse that raced at that same level that did Probert's Legacy last time and finished 6th on that occasion. Hasn't got into the money in its last 4 starts, but was a 6-time winner last year. 0 for 9 this year, but taking a good bit of betting support, currently sitting as your second choice. If you look to the outside of the gate, I think David Dowling probably has to be a little disappointed with the draw here with number 7, Win Sun Cheyenne. A good pickup, considering this is a horse that's also going to be dropping in class, but the post gods definitely not in his favor, although we did just see a horse win the last race from post position number 7. Gia standing by with the call. Race number 6, race number 5 of the NDC.
5,20 de favori. Co-favori, Rob Shepard, CGA Speed Joey. Mike Tyson, Redmond Doucette, Steve Bro, Probert's Legacy, Tyler Board, Trouble with the Curve, Philip, and On Carmel. Winston Cheyenne, David Dowling stuck, Michael Hennessy, du Centre-Ville Trois-Rivières from downtown TR, ready for action, hippity, 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 ow, boom, is son parti, Hudson Carmel, Phil, G's Brett est projeté à la commande, Stebro with Probert's Legacy second, 3e tour d'American Z-Star with James McDonald, Body Power pour GA Speed Joey with Rob Shepard, 7th, 5th, Redmond Doucette and Mike Tyson. 6e, 6, Trouble with the Curve qui a eu des problèmes derrière la barrière et Tatterby. Il est 6e, 6, 7e, 7, David Darling, Winston Cheyenne. Et derrière le peloton, Michael Hennessy with Stock. 28 and 3, 28 et 3 en quart d'ouverture. À la tirée en tête, number 4, Hudson Carmel with Phil. Deuxième, second, Robert's Legacy with Steb Rowe dans la salle d'attente in the waiting room. American Z-Star, troisième, third pour the King. James McDonald now swing outside, ready for action now. Quatrième pour JSP Joey, second over, it's covered. Cinquième, fifth, Mike Tyson with Redmond Doucette. 6e, 6, Trouble with the Curve with Tatterby, followed by David Darling, Winston Cheyenne, et à la toiture Stock, Michael Hennessy. 58 et 3 à la demi, the first step, and 58 and 3, Hudson Carmel, Phil Gidsbrett, outside, James McDonald is challenging with American Z-Star. Troisième, third, Robert's Legacy, et GSP Joey, Rob Shepard ne répond pas, Trouble with the Curve at du balance, une 27 et 2, 3 quarts, 3/4. 127 and 2, surveillé Stebro. Now swing 3 white with Robert's Legacy. Alors que la toiture Hudson Carmel still there for Phil outside. James McDonald still challenging with American Z-Star. JSP Joey is third, coming down to the wire. Big battle continue. In overtime, on s'en va en prolongation. And James and Phil, James McDonald again. Aïe, aïe, aïe. 156 and 1, King James McDonald. That trick today. Troisième victoire. Number 5. Le 4, Hudson Carmel, second. Le 6, GSP Joey finished third. And Trouble with the Curve with Tatterby, quatrième, fourth. 156 and 1. American Z-Star, James McDonald. Mesdames, Mesdemoiselles, Messieurs, même l'armée nationale ne pourra arrêter James McDonald cet après-midi, Trois-Rivières. Another win, hat-trick for James, King James, selon son confrère Louis-Philippe Roy. Anne-Marie Veilleux remet la couverture de refroidissement au gagnant. Le grand favori à 2,70 $ la copie. Et là, James, s'il continue sur cette allée, mesdames, mesdemoiselles, messieurs, les carottes seront cuites pour le National. Ça va bien pour lui. Propriété de M. Steve Perrault et Joanne de Champlain de Montjoly. Entraîneur de trainer LPT Louis-Philippe Turcotte. Une première victoire en 17 sorties cette année. Groom, palefrenière, Marie-Pierre Paquin. Sophie Mongeon, Standardbred Canada Director, est dans le cercle du vainqueur pour accompagner le gagnant, American Z-Star et James McDonald. It's official! C'est officiel. La trifecta est à 25-40, 25-40 for the try. La super retourne 37 et 20, $37.20. Et le pari exacta, tant qu'à lui, $9.60, $9.60 pour the exacta. Marie-Soleil Guillemette dans le cercle du vainqueur avec ses amis. Une belle photo pour immortaliser leur visite. Trois-Rivières. Résultat officiel, Mike Tyson, 6e, 6th. Robert's Legacy, 5e, 5th. Trouble with the Curve, 4e, 4th. Hudson Carmel, 2e, 2nd. American Z-Star. Gagnant le winner. GSP Joey, 3e, 3rd. Winston Cheyenne, 7e, 70 Stock. 8e, 8th. 1,50 CC1, 156 and 1. 6, 5, 4, 2, 1, 3, 7 and 8. 6, 5, 4, 2, 1, 3, 7 et 8. On retourne dans le cercle du vainqueur. Mark, again, avec James.
Again is right. 3 driving victories here today for James McDonald as he currently leads the National Driving Championship. James, let's talk about American Z-Star here. That was a hard-fought victory coming first up there at 3/4. I mean, from where we were watching, we thought, how much more did you have left? But clearly you had a bit left as you guys squared off down the lane.
Yeah, Phil and I were both kind of sitting on ours still. We hadn't asked for too much, so it was just going to be a matter of what horse wanted it a little more, and mine still felt pretty willing, so it was just a great effort by her, and just, like I said, happy to be here, happy to be back in the winner's circle.
Had to show that you could win a race without just doing it on the front end?
Exactly, yeah, and you just got to keep your foot on the gas pedal.
All right, well, we got 3 races to go here, and you're having a fantastic afternoon, but definitely some guys that are right there behind you, nipping on your heels. What's the approach going into the final 3?
Just same as approach as the rest of the day. Just try and do the best you can with what you have. Look at the post, look at the horse, try and figure out what the horse likes as quick as you can, and then just try and find that trip for it. So hopefully 3 races left. I can have a little luck, and I'm hopefully see you guys again.
All right, reading it well so far. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mark. Congratulations, James.
Canada's premier standardbred auction returns October 15th and 16th to the Western Fair District Agriplex. Recent London sales standouts include O'Brien Award winners and millionaire performers, Logan Park, Fashion Frenzy, and Stockade Sealster. Leading North American consigners and yearlings by the sport's top sires, all under one roof in a world-class facility. Find your next champion at the London Classic Yearling Sale. Find out more by visiting londonclassic.ca.
For over 25 years, Tara Hill Stud has worked with partners to help produce champion stallions. We are proud to have bred great racehorses like Fade Out, Shower Play, Precious Delight, and There's a Demon in Me. Our stallions, past and present, have had tremendous success while making a huge impact on racing across North America. Tara Hill Stud, where champions stand and champion yearlings are raised. Log on to tarahills.com.
Winback Farm of Canada's now home to Meadowlands Pace Champion Beach Glass.
Beach Glass wins the Cane Pace. Beach Glass.
Well, today it's Beach Glass.
And Beach Glass is going to get there. Beach Glass in front.
Beach Glass. The beach is back. Beach Glass.
New to Winback Farm of Canada in 2024. For more information, visit winbackfarm.com.
And welcome back, everybody, to Hippodrome Trois-Rivières, as we're Kind of getting down to almost the final stages now. 3 races to go in the National Driving Championship. Here's a look at the current standings. James McDonald gets a little bit of separation on Tyler Borth, but he's still within striking range. Robert Shepard does remain in third, so no change to our top 3 following race number 6, which was race 5 of the NDC. Through 5 legs, James McDonald has won 3 races. Tyler Borth has won 2. Been a very good day for those 2 Ontario reinsmen, but still 3 races to go and a lot of points that are up for grabs. We're going to bring you back to the desk right now. Mark McKelvey here at the grandstand, which has been very active, very busy today here in Trois-Rivières. And I'm pleased to be joined by Guillaume Richard, one of the directors with Standardbred Canada. And first of all, how happy are you to see an event like this here in Quebec?
Well, I'm really happy to see all these people here and everybody from all around Canada. It's a pleasure for us to have all these people and to host, an event like that one. And the crowd is there, the sun is there, and people were just writing to me, said, you guys are lucky it's raining in Toronto, so we're good. So really good racing too, so really happy.
Yeah, it's been a fun day so far. There's still 3 races to go in the NDC, but this is an event, as I've talked with all the guests about, that bring folks from different parts of the country together. How much do you enjoy getting everybody together?
Oh, it's fun, all the time that we can meet together, as a Standardbred Canada, director. And, we went to Edmonton 2 years ago, I think. We went to PEI this winter for the O'Briens, and it's always fun. It's okay to do it on a video conference quite a few times a year, but it's always good to be on site with everybody.
Well, I heard it might have snowed a little bit in PEI back in February. No snow today. It is beautiful. Temperature in the high 20s, and it is all sun right now. We're going to go back to the paddock. We'll have more with Guillaume in just a second, but let's go back to Jean as he stands by in the paddock.
Avec le représentant local ici à l'Hippodrome Trois-Rivières, Stéphane Brosseau. Stéphane, 4 courses de compléter. On ne veut pas se faire de scénario, mais des fois, on s'accroche à ce qu'on a une petite idée avant le tournoi, nos résultats qu'on peut finir. Est-ce que tu es déçu, content? Est-ce que tu dis que ce n'est pas terminé encore?
Non, c'est sûr que on est rendu après 5 courses. Les 3 premières, c'était mes 6e, 7e, 8e choix, donc j'avais aucune attente. Rendu à la 4e course du tournoi, j'avais mon meilleur choix. J'ai fini 2e. J'aurais aimé ça avoir de l'espace un peu avant. Et puis, dans ce course-là, j'avais mon 2e choix qui n'a pas vraiment répondu à l'appel. C'est une grosse compétition. James était à l'extérieur. Le cheval en avant, je sais qu'il est le dernier droit, il l'aime pas tant. Je dis, moi, je ne sortirai jamais de là. J'ai fait c'est comme un peu, on appelle ça un move d'une course d'un 100 000 $. Tu ne veux pas rester emboîté. Puis le cheval n'a pas répondu.
Stéphane, tu conduis ici annuellement. Tu as une année absolument extraordinaire. Une belle victoire du côté des rideaux l'autre fois. Il y a des coupes des éleveurs, il y a des tournois de conducteurs. C'est pas des journées comme les autres, hein?
Non, absolument pas. Puis aujourd'hui, je pense que c'était une petite coche de plus. J'ai été établi favori par plusieurs personnes. En course contre James McDonald, que j'ai dit à mon garçon que je l'appelais le Connor McDavid des courses. Mais on le voit aujourd'hui. C'est sûr que c'est dur de conduire. Ces gars-là ne sont pas rendus là pour rien. Là. On essaie de tenir notre bout. Ça aurait peut-être pris aussi les chevaux qui répondent. Il reste encore 3 courses. J'ai encore 3 bonnes conduites. On va essayer d'au moins me monter au classement. C'est tout. On ne peut pas faire d'autre chose que ça.
Stéphane, en terminant, même question que j'ai demandé à tout le monde. Quelle est ta principale qualité comme conducteur, selon toi? Bonne question, hein?
C'est pas mon caractère, c'est sûr. C'est probablement ma patience avec les jeunes chevaux.
Bonne chance pour les 3 dernières.
Merci, Jean.
Ça va bien finir.
All right, good to hear that from Stéphane Brosseau. I wonder, does he have a little added pressure here today, here being the local driver?
Oh, I'm sure it does. I mean, he was really nervous this morning when I saw him at the hotel. He went 3 times, I think, back in his car to find some stuff. But like he said to his parents that are here, his good drives were at the end of the tournament. But for sure, I mean, when you see James, going like he is right now, it's maybe a bit tougher to think you'll be fine. But I think his last 3 races for Stéphane was the one that he thought that he could do something.
Well, we'll see if that is the case here as we're getting set for race 7, which is race 6 of the 8 challenge races. Looking ahead at this day here in Quebec, I mean, everything's come together real well, but while there's this day, there's still all kinds of other days of racing that aren't maybe as notable and don't get the same pomp and circumstance. Talk about the racing scene and how it's been here, specifically at Trois-Rivières.
No, it's been, I mean, we have a good crowd all the time here on scene. I mean, horse population has not been a big issue. I mean, we had a bit of hard time for the tournament because, some owners do like, some, a bit less. but it's pretty good. I mean, we have some good racing. Stakes are coming. 2 years old are qualifying. So we're good and we're happy.
One driver that isn't here in this competition, but I know is a real fan favorite here, is Louis-Philippe Roy. How proud were the folks here in Quebec when he won the North America Cup?
Oh, people were really proud, really. And, you know, he's really a good ambassador for the Quebec, you know, and he's doing really good in Ontario, in the States, everywhere, but people are really proud to have a guy like him in Ontario.
I know James McDonald would probably want to give him a shout out as he's using his race bike today, and it's doing pretty well for James so far as he's first in the competition. Kind of looking ahead, you know, we talk about the different areas that the industry needs to grow. You talk about horse population, owners. What's one area that you kind of have focused on as an area that we need to improve within the industry, or at least is one area that you're hoping to help improve?
Well, I think our priority really needs to be on the breeder's side to make sure that horse population, you know, like I said here, horse population is okay, but, you know, we can see that there's, you know, issues a bit everywhere, and, you know, breeding has been down a little bit. So we need to come up with something to make sure that the breeding is kept going and needs to grow, because, you know, that's the base of everything. You know, if there's no horse, there's no racing. And I think, you know, as an organization, as Standardbred Canada, that's where we need to work on, and that's what we're doing right now. We're got some stuff in the works for that.
Yeah, it's never any off days, I guess, because the racing industry doesn't slow down. There is no off season in racing. It's constantly going and constantly evolving. Looking ahead for the events here at Trois-Rivières, I know the Prix d'été will be coming up later this summer. How important is it to have a Grand Circuit race like that here in Quebec?
Oh, it's really good for the exposure, I mean, to the rest of the world, you know. I mean, just like today, you know, we're having a great exposure, you know, in Canada. And the Prix d'été is really important. It's back, you know. We didn't have it for a few years because of COVID. And some people, I mean, are saying, well, the money sometimes is going away. But I think, you know, as an industry and as a, you know, for us, when we go to the government and everything, we can show that, you know, we have some international, you know, race, and that we get exposure not only in Quebec, but, you know, in Canada and across, you know, the North America.
And that's got to be one area, I guess, is those relationships with the government that you guys are constantly working.
Yeah, I mean, it's not always easy, but for sure, I mean, in Quebec, you know, the issue we have is we're the only province that is not getting any funding from government, and we're trying to open doors, and, you know, the president of the Jockey Club, Sophie Mongeon, is working hard on that, and we're also, but we're also working on federal stuff, you know, for the breeding, but for sure, that's always a battle, and election are coming.
Yeah, lots can happen. We always know that things can change and things can evolve. You mentioned Sophie. I think I've seen her putting in a ton of steps today. She's constantly moving around, talking to people, checking in. I've just been blown away. The hospitality has been fantastic. I think everyone here probably has to feel pretty good about themselves and should take a lot of pride.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, we worked on it quite a bit, but Sophie did really good with the team here. I mean, you know, we made quite a few meetings, but really the Standardbred Canada team, you know, Jade and Darlene and everybody there, you know, did a great job, and they're really on to it, and people worked hard, and we can see the result today is really good, and really happy to see all that.
Yeah, I think everybody's having a fantastic time, and we've still got 3 races to go in the NDC as we once again just bring up the leaderboard so you know where things stand. 3 races left in the challenge. It's 15 points for a win, so keep that in mind. 10 for a second, and then it trickles down from there. Just looking at the betting board right now ahead of this 7th race, and the favorite at the moment is number 3, Jim Bellina. Phil Giesbrecht, who just got beat in that last race, is going to try and come back here and get to the winner's circle for the first time. Can somebody not from Ontario win a race here?
I hope so, because some guys were begging me a bit earlier, like Mark Horner, said, well, guys, I won't say it, but I think it's going to be Ontario sweep, you know, but I hope so. I think, you know, we should be okay before the end, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't. I mean, you know, just it's racing, and hopefully the best just wins, and if we can get a win, perfect. If not, it's not that bad.
Yeah, we will see what happens here as the wings of the starting gate are open. They'll be lining up in just a second. So for at least our top contenders when it comes to the standings right now, James McDonald, who leads the way, drives the number 1 Dad's Princess, while Tyler Borth, who is about 11 points back in second, will drive number 6 Bargain Bid. James is right now the second choice on the board with the 1, while Tyler driving the 6 is a pretty significant long shot here, but the way he's been driving today, Tyler will definitely get this one in play.
Oh yeah, and for sure. I mean, when you see the betting, I mean, maybe when you said the morning line, James was not that much, in it. Yep. But now with what he's doing right now, with the hot hands, people are going for him. So and it's understandable when you see what happened earlier. So that's going to be good racing for the end.
Yes, the bettors definitely take notice of who is winning the races. Let's see what happens here in race 7. Guillaume, thanks so much for taking some time to join us. It's been a blast coming here. We've really had a lot of fun. Thanks again.
Thank you, Mark.
All right, time for the call of race number 7. This is challenge race 6 of 8 in the 2024 NDC.
40 even money, that's Princess with James. David Darling, Shanghai Blue Beach. My Beacon, Michael Hennessy. Mark Inchetta, Robert Shepard, Tanner Boyd. Bargain Bid. Steph Bro, Better Kiss the Money, Redmond Doucette, Largen Lena. Les voici. There they come, du centre-ville Trois-Rivières from downtown TR. Here we go. Ils sont partis. Shanghai Blue Beach est projeté facilement la commande avec nul autre que David Darling. Deuxième second, James McDonald with That's Princess. Troisième tour de Jim Bellina with Phil Gisbrecht. Quatrième portrait du Parlant, Standardbred Bargain Bin. Cinquième fifth pour My Beacon et Michael Hennessy. Sixième six, Morgan Cheddar, Robert Shepard. Septième, c'est Better Kiss the Man et Steb Rowie, Largen Lena, puis tous les voir, she can see all of them with Redman Doucette. 27 even, Hope Heading Station up very, very fast. Ladies and gentlemen, from the casino, devant le casino, et Shanghai Blue Beach à 19,40 $, le copie en tête pour Double D. Deuxième, c'est que James McDonald, That's Princess. Jim Bellina swinging outside with Phil. Quatrième pour the Better Kiss the Man with Steph Bro. Cinquième, fifth pour Bargain Betty Tatter. Septième, seven, on retrouve à la clôture. Nul autre que My Beacon et Michael Hennessy. 57 second even. 57 secondes. Breeder for the second quarter. 30 second is still there. Shanghai Blue Beach. Jim Bellina est à côté. It's getting round pour Phil. Troisième tour, That Princess et James McDonald. Better Kiss the Man. Quatrième pour the Stebra. Way outside. Il vole à l'extérieur tout à fait. My Beacon with Michael Hennessy. 126 and 2. In 26 et 3 quarts. Cric, crac, croc, Jim Bellina l'a mangé avec Phil. Deuxième seconde, James McDonald, That Princess. My Beacon is rapidly getting round from the extreme outside for Michael Hennessy. Coming down to the wire, number 4, outside of My Beacon. À la clôture, on retrouve numéro 3, Jim Bellina. My Beacon on top for Michael Hennessy devant Jim Bellina et Phil Gisbrecht. Une 55 et 4. Wow! 155 and 4. My Beacon, Michael Hennessy. Four, 3, 7 and 1, 4, 3, 7 et 1 au fil d'arrivée. First win this afternoon for Michael Hennessy. Big move avec My Big Con. It's official. $6.50 copy, $6.50 for the winner. Paris exacta 20-40, 20-40, 40 exacta. Trifecta 4, 3 and 7. Paix $127.60, 127.60 pour la trifecta. Et la super 158.65, 158.65. Alors, on s'en va dans le cercle du vainqueur avec My Big Con. Michael Hennessy remporte la course. Clément Lauzon-Routier de Mirabel est l'entraîneur propriétaire. 4-8 en 2024, elle frappe pour 500. Une 55 et 4, 155 and 4. The new lifetime mark. Une nouvelle marque à vie pour My Big Con. Jim Wellen, Standardbred Canada Director, est dans le cercle du vainqueur pour les remises. Groom Maxime Velaille. Résultat officiel, That's Princess, 4e pour Shanghai Blue Beach, 6e 6. Jambelina, 2e seconde. My Big Con, gagnante, The Winner. Marken Cheddar, 5e 5th. Bargain Bid, 7e 7. Better Kiss the Man, 3e 3rd. Et Large and Lena, 8e 8. 155 and 4. Une 55 et 4. 4, 6, 2, 1, 5, 7, 3 et 8. 4, 6, 2, 1, 5, 7, 3 and 8. 6h30, c'est le prochain départ. Next post time, 6:30, 11 minutes, 11 minutes. Light Daily Double, Paris double tardif. Trifecta exacta, superfecta sur la prochaine course. OK, Mark McElvey avec pour une première victoire cet après-midi. Notre ami.
The last race. I thought he was going to hold on there.
Yeah, he just couldn't put it.
All right, we're down here in the winner's circle. Mike Hennessy is joining me. My Bitcoin wins race number 7, 6th race of the NDC, and you were saying it. Somebody had to end the streak for Ontario.
Yeah, you know, coming out of the last turn, I seen Phil on top, and mine had picked a bit back up. I'm like, yeah, now we're going to shake it up a little.
There you go. The Westerners finish 1-2 in that race after Phil almost won the race before. Talk a bit about how this one unfolded here as you time it well.
You know, I started taking back because everybody was kind of scorching, and it looks like she can really kick for home. In the first turn, Tyler was out there. I spotted him because I didn't want to get in the way of a guy who's in the top 2 right now, you know. So spotted him, but I slipped out down the backside. Started her up down the backside. I thought maybe I'd use her brush a little early, but partway through the turn, she picked the lines right up and started marching. I'm like, oh, I think I got this.
Yeah, you definitely had it as you're able to get up for the victory. How's the experience been? How's the trip been to Trois-Rivières?
Oh, it's been amazing. What a great little town. The people have treated us great, you know. I couldn't ask for more. It's really been a fun place to be at.
All right, Mike, well, congratulations on the win. Best of luck in the final couple races.
Right on. Thanks, Mark.
All right, there's Mike Hennessy.
Love horse racing?
Thank you, Mike.
HPIBet.com is Canada's leader in online horse betting. Access thousands of live races from hundreds of tracks worldwide instantly. Enjoy the most advanced betting tools like AI Smart Picks and exclusive cashback rewards you won't get anywhere else. Join today and get up to $100 in free bets. Get the ultimate horse betting experience with HPIBet.com.
Sealster, a name synonymous with quality. From their picturesque farm in Lucan, Ontario, Sealster Farms has been producing champions for decades. Stars like $650,000 winner Poseidon Sealster, millionaire mares Karma and Kendall Sealster, and 2-time O'Brien Award-winning Stockade Sealster. Sealster is also the home of many of Canada's top stallions, like Sunshine Beach, All Bets Off, and world champion superstar Bulldog Hanover, the sport's all-time fastest performer. Find your next champion at Sealster Farms. For more information, visit sealsterfarms.ca. winback.com.
Winback Farm of Canada's now home to Meadowlands Pace Champion Beach Glass.
Beach Glass wins the cane pace. Beach Glass.
Today it's Beach Glass.
And Beach Glass is going to get there. Beach Glass in front.
Beach Glass. The beach is back. Beach Glass.
New to Winback Farm of Canada in 2024. For more information, visit winbackfarm.com.
First of all, Redmond Doucette on my left. Are you happy so far with the day?
I've had better days, there's no doubt about it, but it is what it is. It's a draw, I'm having fun.
Is that your first appearance here at Trois-Rivières?
This is my first time at Trois-Rivières. Beautiful spot, love it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You enjoy your trip?
I'm enjoying it immensely, yeah. Can't complain.
As a driver, what you think your main quality, your best quality as a driver?
Today, absolutely nothing.
The next day, you know?
Yeah, well, maybe tomorrow, maybe I can get one on the front and we can have a little fun.
You love the racetrack?
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah.
Best of luck for the rest.
All right, thank you very much.
I'm at droite, on my right, David Darling. You have a nice day, no win for now, but you have a nice day, not so bad.
Yeah, it's been fair, but having fun, and you know, it's a nice spot. And the people look after you here. It's they you know, they're very warming, and no, we're having fun.
You're both guys from Maritimes. Do you think you have a big fan club watching you there?
Oh yeah, they're all there watching the TV and cheering, and I have my wife and my two little guys and my brother in the grandstand. So you know, we're all having fun.
As a driver, what's your best quality?
Pretty aggressive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can be aggressive by times, but you know, I like to drive different horses, and you know, I guess that's the catch driving part.
So you get back to tomorrow tonight?
I'll head home early tomorrow and be in Charlottetown to start driving at 4 o'clock.
Tell me about it. It's a nice event today, but the Gold Cup and Saucer, it's another thing.
Yeah, it's you know, this is wonderful today, but the Gold Cup is, you know, it's a big thing all over, and everybody everywhere knows about it.
Best of luck for the rest of the day.
Thank you.
Alors les gens des Maritimes, best of luck for people from Maritimes.
All right, thanks so much, Jean. Good to catch up with those representing the Maritimes, that being David Dowling and Redmond Doucette. Everybody having a good time. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty here in the competition. 2 races to go. Let's take a look at the current standings. You see them up on the screen there. James McDonald continues to show the way. 63 points. He's 14 points clear right now of Tyler Borth, who is sitting second with 49. Phil Giesbrecht, off another second-place finish, is up to 36 points to join Robert Shepard in a tie for third. Then we go to Mike Hennessy off the win. He and Stefan Brasseau have 28. David Dowling, Redmond Doucette round things out. So we're back here getting set for what will kick off the late double here at Hippodrome Trois-Rivières as the horses are making their way out of the paddock. And it's another field of 8. It's been a great day of racing, and one thing I do want to point out has been the enthusiasm of the trainers and the caretakers, the owners. It's a day where you don't necessarily get your normal driver, and you know, for some, they're actually taking a back seat today, just watching from the sidelines. But I think everyone understands just what a great event is going on here today. The fans are enjoying it. Everyone's having a blast. And I will say it's been nothing but smiles down in the winner's circle here on this Friday now evening here in Trois-Rivières, Quebec. We're going to throw things up to the post parade in just a second. James McDonald has a 14-point lead on Tyler Borth atop the standings in the National Driving Championship. James will drive number 3, Spin for Life, while Tyler will be driving the outside starter, number 8, Pierho Crazy JP. And there is a look at Tyler Borth and Pierho Crazy JP, that 5-year-old making his way onto the track. Let's go up to the booth. Here is the post parade for race number 8, the penultimate race in the NDC.
Race Trois-Rivières, David Darling à numéro 1, Standardbred Canada pour Nancy Lord de Trois-Rivières, entraîné trained by Richard Bédard, Double D with Standardbred Canada. Michael Hennessy, le 2, number 2, Drake like Henry. Francis Proulx pour l'entraîneur Guy Roy, le 2, number 2, Michael Hennessy et Drink Like Henry. 3 Spin for Life pour James McDonald, gestion AI Bélanger, incorporé de Shawinigan, entraîné par Pierre Leterre. James with le 3, Spin for Life. Le 4 pour Robert Shepard et Style of Elegance. Pour Jean-Paul Rousse de l'Épiphanie, Rob et Style of Elegance, c'est le 4. Step Bro conduit le 5, number 5, Last Ride. Pour Jérôme Lombard de Bromont, Step Bro with number 5, Last Ride. 6, number 6, Phil Gilbridge. Avec HP Agathe, propriété de Claude Hamel, Alex Hamel de Canton de Hadley, Daniel Martin, l'entraîneur. Le 6, number 6, HP Agathe et Phil. Le 7, Raymond Doucet et Synergie S. Pour Sylvain Lacaille, entraîné par Kelly Duval, Lacaille, Redmond et Synergie S, c'est le 7. Et le 8, number 8, Pierrot Crazy JP Tannerboard. Et Normand Normandin, propriétaire et entraîneur, Tatter B. Sur le 8, Pierrot Crazy JP. Départ dans 3 minutes, post time 3 minutes, exacta, trifecta, superfecta. OK, on est à jour dans le classement des conducteurs, mesdames, mesdemoiselles, messieurs, pour ce National.
All right, race number 8, the second last race of the NDC is coming up in just moments. We've got non-winners of 1 trotters getting set to go forward here as you get a look at the field once again and the drivers that will be teaming with their horses. As we get down to the final 2 races, we're starting to narrow it down a bit as to who is in the hunt. And we know at the top you've got a good battle going on between James McDonald and Tyler Borth, Phil Giesbrick and Robert Shepard just behind as they are tied for 3rd. Let's take a look at a few horses that definitely stand out in this race, and I have to start in this one with a horse that I've seen quite a bit, that being number 6, HP Agatha. This is a 3-year-old daughter of Alarm Detector owned by Claude Hamel, and is now coming from Ontario to Trois-Rivières, so making the change in scenery after going winless in 6 tries this season. Did have 2 top 3 finishes. I think this is a real live drive for Phil Giesbrecht, as this horse is coming out of a 4th place finish at Grand River Raceway after cutting it out. Led for a good chunk of the mile and had to put up a pretty good opening quarter of 28-3, so probably just had a bit of the bite taken out of that one considering the opening panel, but it's going to be a big player in here. And right now, if you're throwing some money on number 6, HP Agatha, going to get rewarded. So that's one that is up there right now, I think, as if I just take a peek over my shoulder, is the 4th choice on the betting board. Right now, the favorite, though, is number 2, and that is a slight favorite. That's number 2, Drink Like Henry. Mike Hennessy trying to come back for the double, and there's still a couple of races to go here. Mike Hennessy's coming off of a win, so he's got the momentum, and it was a really well-executed drive in that last contest for Hennessy to get to the winner's circle. Here he's going to team with a 3-year-old gelding who is 1 for 4 on the season. One of just a couple in the field that does have winning experience, and I don't think that can be undervalued at all. Horses need to know how to win. This one has tasted victory before, was an open-length winner back on June 7th. Since then, in the follow-ups, has earned checks with a 4th and a 3rd. Last time out, got away 5th, but was 12 lengths off. Started from the 2nd tier in a 3-year-old Quebec contest here. And like I said, got away 12 lengths back, 13 lengths back, had to make up a lot of ground and ultimately finished third, beat 4 lengths, and trotted home in 29-3. So I really like that line on the 2 and can understand why it's taken some good betting support. Was 3-1 on the morning line. Number 5 is Last Try. Stéphane Brosseau, he noted that he thought his power when it came to his lineup came later in the day. Here's one that he certainly has circled. Was a runner-up in the last time out. That was on June 28th in that same race that Drink Like Henry did finish third. 3 times in the top 3 from 8 tries this year after going just winless in 4 as a 2-year-old and having just 1 runner-up finish. This is the son of my MVP, and for me, Last Try is definitely going to, I would have to think, be stepping forward. Shows a bit of gate speed, and Stéphane Brosseau would definitely be familiar with this horse. I think here's one that's definitely going to be in play. What you'll notice, we're not talking about the guys who are 1 and 2 in the standings right now. The 3 is Spin for Life. James McDonald is going to drive. This is a second-time starter. Has just 1 start under the belt. It came back on June 28th right here at the Hippodrome and finished 5th. Trotted home in 31 seconds. Mile recorded in 2:04.3. Gonna have to drop about 3 seconds, maybe even a tad more to win here today. Spin for Life is definitely an outside candidate, you would have to think, but the James McDonald effect is definitely playing in here, as this one is currently sitting 3rd on the betting board. Now, a horse that, once you have that experience, you think should take a step forward, did face a little bit of interference in that last race as well. So there's a few things that you could note that you wouldn't hold against this horse, the 3 Spin for Life. And the other one we want to talk about is the one that Tyler Borth will be driving. That's the 8 Pierho Crazy JP, leaves from the outside, and here's a horse that's going to be making just the 2nd start of the year. The first time out was on June 7th, made a break just after the quarter, and then had to qualified twice, and those qualifiers, I guess it depends what you were looking for. The first time out, probably not what they were looking for, a mile in 2:10.2. Took more than 4 seconds off that in the most recent qualifier. Has been off a week though, so we'll see what Pierho Crazy JP can bring. Bit of an outside candidate. The betting board would tell you that, as it is the longest shot on the board. But Tyler Borth, you know, he's going to get the most out of this horse, and he's going to be going forward one way or another at some point in the mile. He's going to try and get in play if he can get this horse in play, because he needs those points. He is currently trailing James McDonald by 14 points. Keep in mind that magic number would be 15 points if there is that separation between James and Tyler going into the last leg. So if you're Tyler Borth, you've got to get some points here one way or another, and then hope that you're within striking distance getting to the final race of the challenge. 30 seconds left on the countdown clock before race number 8. It is our penultimate race in this year's NDC, as we are going to crown a champion for 2024. Keep in mind the winner does advance to the World Driving Championship, which is coming up in about half a year's time in New Zealand. So somebody wants to be making that trip there. Let's see what happens. Race number 8, second last race of the challenge. They're lining up as the NDC continues here on Trois-Rivières.
La barrière est en marche, the gate is moving. Le 5, Last Try, is Steph Bro. Le favori, $5.60. David Dodding, Standardbred Canada. Drink Like Henry, Michael Hennessy. James McDonald, Spin for Life. Style of Elegant, Robert Shepard. Last Try, Steph Bro. HB Agathe, Phil Gilbreth. Synergie S, Redmond Doucet. Et Standardbred, Pierro Crazy JP. Les voici. Here they come. Du centre-ville Trois-Rivières from downtown TR. Ready for action. Hippity, 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 ow. Boom. Et le son parti numéro 5. Last Try est passé à la commande. HP Agathe court après. Troisième tour de Style of Elegance et Robert Shepard. Steph Bro est passé à la commande avec le numéro 5, Last Try. Deuxième, second, Phil Gilbreth est avec HP Agathe. Troisième, third, Style of Elegance et Rob Shepard. Quatrième, Portrait de Palin, Standardbred Canada et David Doling. On retrouve plus loin encore Drink Like Henry et Michael Hennessy. 6e, 6th, Redmond Doucet, Synergie S, followed by Spin for Life et James McDonald. Et derrière, Pierro Crazy JP et Standardbred. 32 County, opening station 30-2, moving around the paddock, turn with a straight alignment. The boss on this race, the favorite, Steph Bro, with Last Try. Deuxième, second, HP Agathe et Phil Gisbred. Troisième, third, toujours Rock Shepherd, Style of Elegant. Une poussée à l'extérieur is rapidly getting ground. Voici number 2, Drink Like Henry. 2 White, Synergy S. Redmond. Sixième, six, Stonebridge Alert with Double D. Outside, on retrouve James McDonald, Spin for Life. Et derrière, Pierrot, Crazy GP, Tyler. Une et 3 à la demi, the first lap, 101 and 3. Last try, still there with Step Bro. À l'extérieur, it's getting ground. Drink Like Henry with Michael Hennessy. Troisième turn, still HP Agathe at the balance and Phil. Quatrième porte, 2 White. On retrouve Synergy S with Redmond. And plus loin, James McDonald swing 3 wide avec Spin for Life. 1:31 et 4 au 3 quarts, 3/4. 1:31 and 4. Last try, Step Bro. Vroom, vroom, il pèse sur l'accélérateur. Drink Like Henry est à côté. HP Agathe, troisième, third, quatrième, fourth, swing outside, Style of Elegance, and coming down to the wire, and Step Bro with last try. Step Bro, last try, devant Drink Like Henry, Michael Hennessy, troisième, third, Style of Elegance, Robert Shepherd, quatrième, port, Stonebridge Alert et Double D, 2 et 3, 2, 1 and 3, last try on top. It's official, c'est officiel. 3,70$ pour le gagnant. Last Ride, 4,60$ exactant, 4,60$. Trifecta, 5,2,4, retourne 53,60$, 53,60$. Et la super pour $104, $104 even. Alors, Step Bro s'en vient dans le cercle du vainqueur avec Last Ride, belle conduite pour le cheval de Jérôme Lombard de Bromont, entraîneur et propriétaire, une première en carrière pour lui, une randonnée en 2, 1 et 3, the time of the race 2, 1 and 3. The first lifetime mark for Last Try. Groom, Andréane Lapierre, Monsieur, plutôt Madame Paula Mason. Elle est dans le cercle du vainqueur de Standardbred Canada. Step Bro, on top Trois-Rivières à la 8e course. Résultat officiel, Stonebridge Alert, 4e, Ford, Drake Like Henry. 2e, second, Spin for Life. 8e, 8, Style of Elegance. 3e, third. Last Try, gagnant de winner. HP Agathe, 5e, 5th. Synergie S, 7e, 7. Et Pierrot Crazy GP, 6e, 6th. Une randonnée en 2, 1 et 3. Time of the race, 2, 1 and 3. 4, 2, 8, 3, 1, 5, 7 et 6. From top to bottom, 428 315 7 and 6. Last race, dernière course prévue à 6h51 minutes. 6:51. Next post time, 9 minutes, 9 minutes. Trifecta exacta superfecta. Le fan club Step Bro dans le cercle du vainqueur, mesdames, messieurs. Wow! Alors, on s'en va dans le cercle du vainqueur. Daniel est avec Stéphane Brosseau.
Si Guy, Marc m'a donné sa place en disant vas-y, c'est le gars de la place. Disons, je suis sûr que tu es peut-être un peu en deçà de tes attentes, mais au total, comment tu te sens?
Moyen. C'est sûr que les 3 premières conduites, on le savait que ça irait plus ou moins, mais on voit le grand talent de James McDonald aujourd'hui, puis Tyler Bort qui n'arrête pas de monter. On voit que ces gars-là, c'est des exceptionnels. Après ça, nous autres, on essaie de faire notre mieux au travers de ça. C'est sûr que j'aurais aimé... Cleveland Monica, j'aurais peut-être aimé savoir un petit peu de place un petit peu avant. Proverbs Legacy, c'est sûr que même moi puis Marc-André, on était déçus. J'ai sorti dans le dos à James. James a gagné. Je n'ai pas mené des mauvaises drives. C'est juste qu'on sait qu'il n'y a pas juste nous qui décident. Des fois, c'est les chevaux aussi qu'on a besoin d'un petit coup de pouce. Fait que c'est ça.
Effectivement, mais c'est un peu ça aussi. Ces gars-là, quand on parle de James puis de Tyler, c'est des gars qui conduisent tous les jours. C'est des gars qui conduisent dans des courses importantes. C'est des gars qui... C'est sûr que c'est des vrais pros. Ça n'enlève rien aux pros que vous êtes, vous autres aussi, là, mais eux autres, s'en sont... c'est une classe à part, disons ça comme ça.
Oui, en même temps, c'est d'essayer de faire les meilleures conduites possibles, de quand même bien paraître, dans le fond, sur la piste, de ne pas faire des mauvaises décisions.
Oui,
à date, je ne sens pas que j'ai fait ça, fait que ça me réconforte un peu.
Parfait. Puis avec un fan club comme toi, il y a de quoi être très, très encouragé. Je te laisse avec Marc maintenant.
Sealster, a name synonymous with quality. From their picturesque farm in Lucan, Ontario, Sealster Farms has been producing champions for decades. Stars like...
I'm very happy about that win, but I'm not where I want it to be. But just winning a race on that day is pretty special, so I'll take it.
Absolutely. Well, Stefan, great drive there with that one going all the way, and best of luck in the final race.
All right, thank you.
All right, one more race to go in the NDC.
Sealster, a name synonymous with quality. From their picturesque farm in Lucan, Ontario, Sealster Farms has been producing champions for decades. Stars like $650,000 winner Poseidon Sealster, millionaire mares Karma and Kendall Sealster, and 2-time O'Brien Award-winning Stockade Sealster. Sealster is also the home of many of Canada's top stallions, like Sunshine Beach, All Bets Off, and world champion superstar Bulldog Hanover, the sport's all-time fastest performer. Find your next champion at Sealster Farms. For more information, visit sealsterfarms.com.
Canada, Phil Gatchbridge and Mike Hennessy. Mike, you just finished second in this race with a nice trotter.
Yeah, Drink Like Henry was real good, come with some good kick right in front of the grandstand the second time around. And, we did a good job. He stayed alive and kept trying, so.
You enjoy your day?
Oh, very much so. It's been awesome, It was always nice to get a W. Like, if you're not in the hunt for the win, it's nice to leave with the win. But, it was going to be fun no matter what. It's just great to be here.
I will ask the same question that I ask to everybody. What's your best quality as a driver?
Best quality as a driver is, I don't get too pouty after if they're not good.
Thanks for coming at Trois-Rivières.
Hey, thank you. Thanks for having us.
Phil, first time here?
Yes, it is.
You enjoy your day?
So far, so good. Yeah, lots of fun. The horses are great.
Three Rivers done a fantastic job. The track's good. Everyone's treating us very well. So so far, so good.
In this kind of days, is that better to be good or lucky?
Well, for James, just good. And then for us, we're kind of lucky.
And you come back tomorrow or tonight?
No, I got to go home for Saturday.
For another big day.
Yeah, for a wedding, yeah. So we're pretty excited. Hopefully everyone is going to have a good time there too. So I'll be missing a little bit of racing, but it's for a wedding.
And that's okay. Last question, the same for all one. Your main quality, your best quality as a driver?
Course, 5 minutes, like.
Just being chill. I don't try to get too excited. I just let the horses do their job, and if they're good, they're good, and if not, well, it is what it is.
Thank you, and welcome at Trois-Rivières.
I really appreciate it. It was lots of fun. Merci tout le monde.
Ah, that's good. Merci tout le monde. Have the best of luck.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Jean. You've done a fantastic job back there all day long. Really appreciate you catching up with the drivers all afternoon as we've got one race to go in the 2024 National Driving Championship. And we're taking a look at the standings and how they sit right now. James McDonald remains in the lead, but finished last in the most recent race, so he got just 1 point. Tyler Borth is now 12 points back of James McDonald. So we're down to 2 drivers that could win the National Driving Championship. Of course, Tyler Borth's going to need a pretty top result here. He would need to win, and he's going to need James McDonald to finish, I believe, 7th or 8th if he'd like to surpass him, but we'll wait and see how it all does unfold. Robert Shepard is currently in a tie for 3rd with Stefan Brosseau. Great to see Stefan get a victory here at the home track today. And how about that cheering section in the winner's circle? That was great. Andrea Renison now joins us here on the desk. I guess we're saving the best for last. We'll go with that. Andrea, how's the last couple of days been here in Trois-Rivières?
It's been an amazing experience. Everybody's been fabulous. What a wonderful production that they're putting on today, and the drivers have been looked after very well, I think. You know, so from the track to Standardbred Canada, I think everybody is working very hard to put on this production.
I would say everybody should be very proud of how it's gone. We'll talk more on the other side as we're going to throw things up to our track announcer for the post parade.
Les ondeurs de la dernière course du National Trois-Rivières, c'est la 9e. Voici le 1, Stéphane Brosseau et Race Credit, propriété d'Elizabeth Adams de Kingston, entraîné par Marc-André Simoneau, Step Bro sur le sulky. 2-2, Raymond Doucet. Pour Albert Alpha, des écuries Alpha, Anne-Marie Demers, Yvon Laprise, Sylvain Tremblay, l'entraîneur de trainer, Redmond with 2, Albert Alpha. 3-3 CL Big Beach et Robert Shepard. Pour Joël Gagnon, entraîné par Nancy Auger, Rob et CL Big Beach. Le 4 pour David Darling et Tree Somewhere. Pour Christian Fortin de Jonquière, Steve Fortin, l'entraîneur de trainer, Double D, with Tree Somewhere, le 4. 5, number 5, Tyler Board. Dernier, Denis et Pierre-Luc Lamy. Tyler et PLD Nady. 6, number 6, Michael Hennessy. Emma Bouchard de Métabé Chouang. Michael Hennessy, le 6, Afro Star. 7, 7, Phil Giesbrecht. Pour Thundering Jim, propriété de Steve Fortin et Stéphane Fortin de Jonquière, entraîné par Steve Fortin. Phil Giesbrecht et Thundering Jim, c'est le 7. Et le 8, number 8, Barossa Blue Jeans, James McDonald pour Sébastien Lompré de l'Assomption, entraîneur et propriétaire. Le départ dans 4 minutes, post time 4 minutes, exacta trifecta superfecta. 4 minutes to post.
Well, thank you to Guy, as he's done a fantastic job up in the announcer's booth all day long. Back on the desk, as mentioned, Mark McKelvey. With our final guest of the day, Andrea Renison is with us, and we're having a great time here in Trois-Rivières. Racing fans are very passionate here, but some of the most passionate racing fans are from your coast of the country, the Maritimes. Talk about how racing is there.
Oh, it's a family event for a lot of them there. You know, they're born and raised in it, and you're bringing all of those people with you. Redmond Doucet tonight, he has a great entourage from Inverness. You have Robert Shepard, he's originally from the Maritimes. You see his family is here, and David Dowling as well. So his little children are here. So it's a great experience for all of them. And, you know, they're born and raised, and it's part of their genes.
Yeah, that's one thing we probably haven't touched on a bit today is just those family connections. And for a lot of the other drivers, to have their family here to root them on is great, and to enjoy that experience, because that's what this has been the last couple of days. I will say, as much as it's been a competition, it's been an experience from the dinner last night to earlier today, seeing the drivers. They took some children from the Make-A-Wish Foundation around on the track. I mean, that was just fantastic to see.
That was a beautiful outing, and the children were so happy. They were taking pictures with the drivers and afterwards just with their families, and everyone was all smiles. So it was a beautiful moment, I think.
You were telling me during the post-parade that you've been now, this is your second term as a director of Standardbred Canada, so for about 5 years. Talk a bit about how that experience has been so far and what it's like to get together with all the different directors and get the whole crew together over the last couple of days.
Well, it's been great to meet everybody from across the country and see what opportunities they have and their successes, and kind of learn from each other and pick each other's brains and help the industry grow and get on the right track. So hopefully we're doing some good and making some headway there.
I would say definitely that's kind of been the sentiment over the last couple of days, is everybody's just trying to do their best to help the industry continue to move forward. Talk about your involvement in the industry for those that are meeting you for the first time here. Just talk a bit about your background in harness racing.
Okay, well, my husband is a trainer at Truro Raceway, and we have a stable there of about 20 horses. He just drove tonight. He doesn't usually drive very often, and he got 4th in a stake race with our trotters, so very happy there. I was watching in between. But we do it mostly pacers, and we try and have a few different ownership groups to try and get more people to the races and follow in lines of some of the stable and things like that, and try and help promote the sport as much as we can.
And that's the thing. It's just all about continuing to help the sport one way or another. As much as you guys want to have your own success, you want to see the sport do well, because that means everybody can do well in this game. There's one race left in the National Driving Championship, and we were taking a look during the post-parade at Tyler Borth's drive and James McDonald's drive. It's down to these two for who's going to win the National Driving Championship. They've done exceptionally well today. 3 wins for James, 2 for Tyler. But now it comes down to a race where Tyler needs to win. On paper, it doesn't look like he has the strongest of candidates, but you'd have to think he's probably got a lot of adrenaline going, and he's going to do everything in his power to try and get to the win.
He drives with a lot of confidence, and that definitely is key when you want to win out there. The horses feel it. He might have to work out a bit of a trip in this. I do like the horse that's on the rail. Not that the rail is favorable here as much, but I do like him. So he might be playing a little spoiler and getting Stefan back to the winner's circle again.
Stefan didn't lie when he said he thought his power was towards the end of the day, because we just saw him in the winner's circle, and he's a real good win candidate here, as he is currently the favorite. James McDonald has the 12-point lead. He's on the outside post position number 8 with a horse that is only got 2 starts this season. Last year was just 1 for 21. James knows he just needs to get a few points in this race, but he'll give this horse every chance he can. It's just a really tough post position.
It is from out there, but you know what? That boy can drive, so anything can happen, that's for sure.
We talk a lot about James and the various drivers that make sure to visit different racetracks. I remember last year, I think James made a trip to Truro. Talk about that experience.
Oh, he put on a show, definitely. The drivers from Ontario. Doug McNair was there as well, and Louis Philippe was there, and it was a great day. It was a lot of fun, and they were really good with the fans afterwards and having a little event there. So
a lot of passionate racing fans right across the country. I know a lot of them are tuning in. We've had some messages all day long. Final question for you, Andrea. Just looking now as we're wrapping up this National Driving Championship and starting to move ahead, is there hopes to try and continue getting events like these to different parts of the country, and probably for those that are on the Maritimes, I'm sure they would love to see an event like this there.
Yes, I was there at the Worlds when James won in 2017, and it was an amazing experience. So I think it's important to go to all parts of the country. It's a national organization, and it's very important that we treat it as such.
All right, well, thanks so much for doing this. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
All right, our final race of the National Driving Championship. James McDonald trying to secure it. He's 12 points up on Tyler Borth. One of those two will be punching their ticket to New Zealand for the final time. We go up to the booth.
All set, les voici. Here they come. Du Centre-Ville Trois-Rivières from downtown TR. ready for action. Ils sont partis. Numéro 3, CL Big Beach with Rob Tannerboard. Outside, it's getting with PL Dinity. Troisième tour de Redmond est là avec le numéro 2, Albert Alpha. Steve Bro suit avec Ray Credit. Cinquième fifth au numéro 4, Somewhere Double D. James McDonald next avec à la touche Michael Hennessy plutôt. Pro Star 6e sec. 7e, 7, Thundering Jamie Phil. Et derrière le peloton, James McDonald et Barros Abluji. De l'extérieur, numéro 5, PL Dinity, Tyler Board. Now on top, 27-1. Big test for PL Dinity. Deuxième, second, CL Big Beach. Troisième turn at the balance, Albert Alpha with Redmond. Quatrième pour number 1, Steve Brill, Ray Credit. Cinquième, fifth, on retrouve plus loin encore, 3 Somewhere et David Darling. They're hitting for the half-mile pour un tour à faire pour l'argent. One lap to go for the money. PL Dinity est toujours en tête avec nul autre que Tyler Board. 56 et 1, 56-1. CL Big Beach is swing outside. Rob Shepard, déjà beaucoup d'énergie de gaspiller pour lui. Et de l'extérieur, numéro 3, cric, crac, croc. Il est passé à la commande. Boom, just like that. CL Big Beach, Rob Shepard now the new leader. Deuxième, second, PL Dinity, acheté long pour Tyler Board. À l'extérieur, Ray Credit et Stebro. Between two horses, on retrouve plus loin encore, 3 Somewhere. Et à l'extérieur, Thundering Jim. Une 25 et 4 au 3 quarts. Aïe, aïe, aïe. 125-4 is very quick. À la toiture en tête, CL Big Beach with Rob Shepard. Deuxième, second, it's getting round. Albert Alpha et Raymond Doucet. Et troisième, third, Stebro et Ryan Credit. Et on vient compléter CL Big Beach. Rob Shepard. Outside, it's getting no. CL Big Beach. Numéro 2 a gagné. Albert Alpha. Raymond Doucet on top. 155-3. 2-3 au fil d'arrivée. John. Deux, 3, 1 et 6 to 3, 1 and 6 to 4 from downtown. It's official! C'est officiel, 8,40 la copie pour le numéro 2, Albert Alpha au fil d'arrivée. Paris exact à 20,60, 20,60. Paris trifecta. 62,60, 62,60 for the try. Le Paris superfecta 139,80, 139,80. Et le Paris double, 4 et 2. 5 et 2 buts au retourne 18,90, $18.90 for the daily double. Résultat officiel, Ray Credit, troisième third, Albert Alpha, le gagnant de winner, CL Big Beach, deuxième second, Three Somewhere, sixième six, PLD Nady, huitième eight, Afro Star, quatrième four, Thundering Jim, cinquième fifth et Barrow Sablo Jeans, septième seven. Dans l'ordre de haut en bas, 3-1-2, 6-8-4, 5 et 7. Rechecking 3-1-2, 6-8-4, 5 and 7. Un bilan 1-55 et 3. The time of the race, 1-55 and 3. Alors, dans le cercle du vainqueur, Redmond 7 s'en vient avec le numéro 2, Albert Alpha. Pour le compte des écuries Alpha, Anne-Marie Demers, Evie, Yvon Laprise. L'entraîneur trader Sylvain Tremblay. Redmond 7 on the bike. Bruce Wood de Standardbred dans le cercle des vainqueurs pour la remise. Alors, tout de suite, Redmond est en entrevue avec Mark.
Thank you very much. Yes, Redmond Doucette wins our final race of the National Driving Championship, and he, I think, arguably has the biggest fan base here in attendance today. They're making a lot of noise. How good does this feel?
It feels pretty good considering the day I had. It's the icing on the cake.
Yeah, that's the thing. They always say it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Now, in this, it is an entire competition of 8 races, but to get a victory in the final race here, it has to feel so good. And were you feeling a little pressure going into that last one to make something happen?
No, I had no pressure on me because points wise, I had no contention, so I just drove my race.
Well, I love seeing that enthusiasm as you got to the finish line, as you won that stretch duel. Congratulations, and big shout out to Team Doucette.
Thanks, guys.
There you go.
Thanks, guys.
Love horse racing? HPIBet.com is Canada's leader in online horse betting. Access thousands of live races from hundreds of tracks worldwide instantly. Enjoy the most advanced betting tools like AI Smart Picks and exclusive cashback rewards you won't get anywhere else. Join today and get up to $100 in free bets. Get the ultimate horse betting experience with HPIBet.com.
The London Classic Yearling Sale, Canada's premier standardbred auction, returns October 15th and 16th to the Western Fair District Agriplex. Recent London sales standouts include O'Brien Award winners and millionaire performers, Logan Park, Fashion Frenzy, and Stockade Sealster. Leading North American consigners and yearlings by the sport's top sires, all under one roof in a world-class facility. Find your next champion at the London Classic Yearling Sale. Find out more by visiting londonclassic.ca.
For over 25 years, Tara Hill Stud has worked with partners to help produce champion stallions. We are proud to have bred great racehorses like Fade Out, Shower Play, Precious Delight, and There's a Demon in Me. Our stallions, past and present, have had tremendous success while making a huge impact on racing across North America. Tara Hill Stud, where champions stand and champion yearlings are raised. Log on to tarahills.com.
Ici même à l'Hippodrome Trois-Rivières, et ça, ce n'est pas rien, mesdames, messieurs. Alors, on les attend. On peut peut-être aller les chercher. Ils sont ici, ils s'en viennent tout de suite. bonne main d'applaudissements pour nos 8 conducteurs vedettes aujourd'hui à l'Hippodrome Trois-Rivières. Nice show, boys.
Great job. No worry about it. If I was going to go for the championship, I would be kidding.
Alors, mesdames, mesdemoiselles, messieurs, c'est le en deuxième position à égalité, à 53 points, Standardbred et Robert Shepherd. Mais Tyler a remporté 2 victoires, Robert seulement qu'une. Alors, il termine deuxième Standardbred et Robert troisième sur les du podium. Alors, Tyler, Monsieur Tyler, finish second. Please, Rob, finish third. And the podium. Et le grand gagnant du jour, mesdames, mesdemoiselles, messieurs, avec 66 points, James McDonald. Ouais. Alors, messieurs, Madame du conseil d'administration du Québec, Sophie est présente des bouteilles de champagne à nos gagnants. Alors, il y aura de la boucane qui va envoler, mesdames, mesdemoiselles, messieurs. Champagne pour James McDonald, Robert Shepherd et Standardbred. Et bonne main d'applaudissements pour tous les conducteurs. Tout un spectacle en ce vendredi à l'Hippodrome Trois-Rivières.
Watch out! Ça, c'est mon idée d'avoir donné ces bouteilles-là, mais je suis pas sûr que c'est une bonne idée qu'ils fassent ça.
OK, François Carillon, on reste là, messieurs. Rob Shepherd. Les gens avaient voté pour Rob Shepherd en troisième position. On va tirer la personne qui va gagner un bon de pari de 25 $ pour avoir choisi Rob, qui a terminé troisième. Ginette Maheu. Ça mérite 25 $ en bon de pari. Ginette, si tu es là, viens nous rejoindre. Deuxième position, Standardbred. Pour 50 $ en bon de pari. Bonne chance à tous ceux qui ont voté pour Tyler. Jean Métivier. Monsieur Jean Métivier, vous méritez 50 $ en bon de pari. Et pour le grand gagnant du jour, 100 $ en bon de pari, James McDonald. Monsieur Richard Blouin se mérite 100 $ en bon de pari. Et la coupe à John McDonald. James McDonald. John, c'est Molson Jones. Alors, James McDonald, félicitations.
À moi.
Alors, on va se réunir, les conducteurs. Hall driver, it's here for the picture. Alors, il nous manque M. Jean Métivier pour le bon de Paris.
All right, there we go. James, congratulations. You are the champion of the 2024 National Driving Championship. Fantastic day. You won 3 races, but it always comes down to the wire. First of all, how good does this feel? How good does it feel to lift that trophy?
Oh, it's the best. Paige and I had talked about it a few times, and I said, you know, I'll probably never get a chance to wear the red and white again. And it's kind of a tough topic because it's such a great experience. I wish everyone could experience it, but I'm just so thrilled. I get to go to New Zealand and red and white. Nothing better. I love my blue and yellow, but there's nothing better than a whole country cheering for you.
Well, you're going to be going back. You've won the World Driving Championship before, so you know what it takes, but you're going to New Zealand now. What do you know about racing there?
Just from what I've heard from Dex, and then in the what was that, 2020 Worlds, we went, and Matty Williamson was there. He was a great guy, and then I only know those few people, and obviously know a few others, but there seem like really nice guys. And the racing style looks much different, but we'll see. I just want to kind of get one of those small helmets like Dex used to wear, or Matty wore when the Worlds. So, no, I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, James, here, this has been a wonderful experience over the last couple of days. We've had an enthusiastic crowd. The group of guys, I will say, top-notch group of guys, top-notch drivers, even better people. What's this experience been like?
Oh, it's been amazing. I knew all the guys before today, or the last couple days, but just great people like you mentioned. Great to hang out with, great to have a few drinks with. Really looking forward to the dinner tonight and just hanging out with them again. There's no experience like a national driving championship. And it's just, I can't say enough about the job they did at the track today. The track was amazing. The crew was amazing. The whole Standardbred Canada staff, they did a great job. And it's just a terrific event.
I definitely echo those sentiments. This has been a wonderful time, a wonderful experience here at Hippodrome, Trois-Rivières. Big shout out to the team and everybody as well at Standardbred Canada. So final question, how many beers can you fit in that?
It looks like about 10, so I'll give it a whirl.
I'll trust your judgment. Everybody, your 2024 National Driving Champion, James McDonald.
Alors, merci, mesdames, mesdemoiselles, messieurs, d'être venus assister à ce programme.
Love horse racing? HPIBet.com is Canada's leader in online horse betting. Access thousands of live races from hundreds of tracks worldwide instantly. Enjoy the most advanced betting tools like AI Smart Picks and exclusive cashback rewards you won't get anywhere else. Join today and get up to $100 in free bets. Get the ultimate horse betting experience with HPIBet.com.
The London Classic Yearling Sale, Canada's premier standardbred auction, returns October 15th and 16th to the Western Fair District Agriplex. Recent London sales standouts include O'Brien Award winners and millionaire performers, Logan Park, Fashion Frenzy, and Stockade Sealster. Leading North American consigners and yearlings by the sport's top sires, all under one roof in a world-class facility. Find your next champion at the London Classic Yearling Sale. Find out more by visiting londonclassic.ca.
Well, that's going to do it for the 2024 National Driving Championship. James McDonald is the winner of this year's NDC. With that, he punches his ticket to New Zealand for next year's World Driving Championship coming up in 2025. He's been to the Worlds a couple of times before. He's going to be wearing the red and white once again. You heard from James just a few moments ago what that does mean, what that opportunity means to him. You know he is definitely going to cherish it and really looking forward to that. Big shout out to all the drivers that participated. Tyler Borth was second, Robert Shepard third, but I mean, right up and down the list to see Mike Hennessy in the winner's circle, Redmond Doucette, Stefan Brosseau, all the guys, David Dowling, Phil Giesbrecht, Everybody put on a wonderful show, so we want to give them a big shout out. Finally, I want to send a big thank you to the entire crew at Standardbred Canada. The hospitality, as I said, has been second to none all week long. This has been a real pleasure to be covering this event. We've had a blast, and hopefully you've enjoyed the coverage from last night's Driver Showcase to all the racing action here today. That's going to do it for the 2024 National Driving Championship. James McDonald is your champion.